This is just between us.
The number one podcast in the world.
This is just between us. With your host, Camo.
All right, how's it going, everybody? My name is Chris, and this is Just Between Us. And joining me tonight is my co-host, Austin. Austin, how are you doing this evening?
Hello, everyone.
Our resident Gen Z. And my other co-host, Alan, at FirstAlan2 on X.
It was so slow, dude. You were supposed to be like, Austin, and then
you said,
hit it.
And I quote, I will wait until you bring me in to turn on my camera. I thought you were waiting for me.
Dude.
Oh,
the
good
worst
Lord.
Introducer ever.
Yeah. Whatever. It's Friday, so that's good. What are you? Yeah. No.
Oh.
Nope. Moving on.
TGIF.
What is this? I don't give a. What is that?
Is it a Freaky Friday?
I can't believe they let you out of work, Austin. Did they did they just give you an ankle bracelet and send you home, or what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you just on break right now?
I'm kind of.
Yeah. Look at it.
Weird.
It's right here.
Why are you not wearing shoes? That's just weird. Why are you on the air not wearing shoes with us? I don't like that.
Because I don't wear shoes inside my house.
Well, I would appreciate if you would. All right.
Okay, I just put shoes on.
See? And I feel better. God dang it. Yeah. Hang on one second.
What happened?
Why do we even start?
What is going on? So anyway, let's get back to the super professional podcast.
I left my Red Bull out of reach. Can't have that.
No.
Oh, is it I didn't realize it was a Red Bull down situation.
Yes, it was. It was a Red Bull down situation, but I called in the Rangers and we got it taken care of. So, Austin, you haven't been here with us the last few days, but we've been watching this surrounded video, which you introduced me to, actually, of James Talarico. Are you familiar with who that is?
A cattle prod?
No, it's my
toy.
Hades Biden. I stole it from the Lord of Death himself. No, it's actually an arrow. It's a crossbow bolt.
Or a hot dog.
It's actually made for shooting fish. I realized. I said it was made for shooting small game, and then I just looked and it's for fish.
That makes more sense.
Well, a fish is small game.
Yeah, technically, I guess.
Sometimes.
This is riveting conversation and all. Do you know who James Talarico is, Austin?
Are disgusting. Who?
James Talarico. Something like that. White guy with a Mexican last name.
He must not be that cool because I don't know who he is.
No, so
he looks like, you might think he's a fake human, but he's a real dude.
Surprisingly, yeah. Sorta.
Lizard.
But you actually do know who he is because I've shown you before. Yeah. He's been doing that. He fancies himself a man of high class.
Yeah, you can really you can really appreciate it because you lean back and then you just go.
So James Talarico is the guy that you've probably seen his videos on X. He fancies himself some sort of minister, and he's a radical leftist. He's running for U.S. Senate, I guess. I guess he's in the Texas House as we speak.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him now.
Yeah, I mean he's
real.
Joe Rogan,
Christians. No, I don't know.
It's this guy right here.
I don't think he went on Joe Rogan.
I'm pretty sure
I
he
hope
was,
not.
and it was
I hope
the
not.
worst thing ever. Yeah, pretty sure that guy was on Joe Rogan. He gave this argument to Joe Rogan that said the Bible says that you can have abortions. How did he justify this?
Okay.
Yeah, that
Because
sounds
of
like
Genesis, where God, gave the first breath to Adam and said, "Oh, life starts at your first breath."
Sure, it does, but
The first time God ever made a human.
Yeah, I guess that just ignores all the stuff, for if you go past the first page of the. He refers to Genesis a lot. I'm starting to wonder if he's read past Genesis.
He's a Jew.
And he refers to the Old Testament, and he says Jewish tradition is to love all of humankind. And it's like, no, you idiot. Jewish tradition is to take care of Jews, who are the chosen people. Jews, that's why they have charities that only treat Jewish people. You know what I mean? It's like, when they talk about giving to charity,
they do
it's
have
about
charities
giving
that
to
treat
Jewish people.
non-Jewish people,
Mhm.
Huh?
They do have charities that treat non-Jewish people, or that help non-Jewish people.
Dude, is there Jewish charities?
Yeah, it's called Planned Parenthood.
You want me to grok you? I'll grok you.
Do Jewish charities just treat Jewish people? Question mark. What are you typing in? You're usually
Jewish
sneaky
charity?
and try to make it say what you want.
No,
Is there
I
a
really
Jewish
don't.
charity that benefits non-Jews?
non-Jews? Yes, there are Jewish charities that benefit non-Jews. For example, some Jewish organizations support veterans, medical research, and other causes. I'll ask for an example.
War and abortion.
Wounded Warrior Project.
We support our veterans by sending them back to war. You know how they love it there.
Wounded Warrior Project, March of Dimes, and Jewish Free Loan Association is
Wounded Warrior
Okay,
Project
that's
is
not
like
a
one of
Jewish
the worst.
charity. It is one of the worst. They have scandal.
If
after
we're going to start
scandal.
talking about how bad charities are, that's true of all of them, though. It doesn't have to be Jewish.
But this is one of the worst. I know most charities are bad. That's one of the worst.
It's notorious.
That's not a high bar,
veteran
though.
ones,
What about March of Dimes?
But ask it. Can you just ask it if?
But of course, it's called March of Dimes.
Can you just ask it, dude? Historically, have Jewish charities only treated Jewish people?
It's going to say no because there are ones that don't. Face it, Alan. They have charities that don't
You manipulated the shit out of that, you
Yes, I did. I specifically whispered to it. I whispered to it while you weren't listening to give me the answer I wanted.
Is there a Jewish charity that ever
You
did
friggin'
anything?
dubba.
This
All right.
fucking
You know what?
guy,
Back
I
to
swear.
James Talarico and off of this guy's Jew hatred.
No, it's not Jew hatred. It's awareness, you bastard.
Yeah. They just want to kill us all. I don't hate them. I'm just telling you the facts.
I didn't say that. You said that.
I said that as you, if we're being technical.
No, you said it 100% genuine.
All right. Here's an example of James
We cannot
Talarico.
forget
and his beautiful.
who was complicit on January 6th.
Yeah.
Senator Ted Cruz.
Nancy Pelosi. Oh, no.
Plotted to overturn the 2020 election and fanned the flames of insurrection.
How?
Attorney General Ken Paxton
not gonna say how.
energized rioters.
I didn't think he was going to say
at a
how.
rally right before the attack on the Capitol.
How?
And Senator John Cornyn refused to hold anyone accountable when he voted against a bipartisan investigation into the January 6th attacks. Both Cornyn and Paxton have forfeited their right to represent all of us in the United States Senate.
And yet they do.
And it's why we have a moral imperative to defeat them in November of this year.
Good luck with that. All right. So he's a real slimebag politician. He's a lot. I've been comparing him to Gavin Newsom because it's all non-answers and just look at my smile and my slicked over hair and we're about 2/3 of the way through the Jubilee video. We have about a third left to watch. I'm glad you're here to enjoy it with us. And there actually has been, so there's been a couple people that have sat down that Alan and I kind of agree, whether they're plants or they're not plants, it doesn't matter. They acted as plants as far as just, giving them some softballs to to sound off to. But there were a couple people that have hammered him pretty hard on his non-answers and tried to drill down for an answer. Now, they didn't get one. What was the one thing, Alan, that he did give a specific answer on that we both liked?
Well, you loved it. You liked most of the things this guy said, but I wasn't.
Well, I was gonna suck him off after the show, but that was separate.
I thought you did.
Well,
did you get
we
his
haven't
number?
finished yet.
You gotta get his number, dude.
No,
it's so exciting.
It was it was about immigration, I believe, and he said something about immigration that was.
He said
reasonable.
something about closing the borders, and then he paid lip service to having a secure border, a strong border.
Well, he paid lip service to
like,
that, but there was something he gave. I can't remember exactly what he gave a specific on that we both agreed with. It was basically exactly what we said when we paused and then we played, and he said exactly the same thing. And neither of us could believe that he actually said it out loud, like straight up. But I don't remember what it was now. So I think it was something about punishing, because he said he wanted to fine people that were here illegally and then give them a path to citizenship. Obviously, I don't agree with fining, but that is at least more than we're getting from the average Democrat. And I don't think he believes that either. I think he said that in that moment. Well, it's at least some sort of punishment instead of just blanket amnesty, which is what other Democrats are calling for. But
if I think
he's
catch an
just saying
illegal
that
immigrant around me, he's getting smacked. Hit him with a...
Yes, there are no illegal immigrants in Oklahoma.
And then I will hold you down with my knee on your throat until the cops get there.
Uh-oh.
Supposedly it only takes
like...
7 minutes for you to suffocate, so we'll see.
Have you been drinking tonight or something? You're just all full of piss and vinegar all of a sudden.
What, me?
Usually the most we get out of Austin is, yeah.
Well, I took a couple days off. Now I have all this pin-up rage.
That's what it is. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, sexual frustration. There we go.
Something like that.
Oh, by the way, I just looked that up. So 11% of Jewish charities involves giving strictly to Jewish people, while there are other charities that focus on Jewish people, but give other extreme cases like cancer study. If there's a very rare cancer and it's targeting a Jewish person, they will bring in another Gentile person so they can study their corpse when they die and maybe help a Jew.
So what you're saying is Jewish charities use Gentiles to harvest their organs?
That's all. I heard Candace Owens say it, dude. It's a fact.
I am tired of being divided into teams.
Me too.
Red versus blue, left versus right, rural.
Nothing better than a
politician.
politician.
Oh, that echo is so good.
Because the truth is, we're
I don't know where
all
you're getting
on
an
the
echo
same
from.
Team.
So
you have
if you're getting an echo through me, mute the.
Well, I wasn't yesterday. It was Austin, I think. Austin's doing it.
It could be, but if you mute the where the computer video is coming through, it should stop that.
Is there any way that you could turn off the loop back that comes through you so we can just hear the audio through the stream?
Not without losing my mic too.
Well, that wouldn't be that bad.
All right, wait, so
that wouldn't be any kind of shame.
Is it duplicating bad for both of you right now?
No,
I just closed it.
It would just be easier that way, but
well, I'll tell you what. After the show,
fine.
We can look. I might be able to change a different setting that'll fix it.
Do you struggle to afford the high price of everything? So do I.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you know what it means to carry the weight of student debt, credit card debt, and medical debt?
No.
So do I.
No, I'm not stupid.
Do you want a safe neighborhood? Do you want a good job with good benefits?
Dude.
Oh shit!
I gotta find that video real quick.
Well-funded public school.
I'm glad you said that.
So do I. You're on my team, and I'm on yours. Those billionaire-run platforms and those predatory
He's real big
algorithms,
about the billionaires.
They want to
He does say that a lot.
team.
Yeah.
The most radical thing you can do in an era of division is bring people together. Because we are far more the same than we
I'm
are
thinking
different.
about running for Congress as a Democrat. It's so easy.
much more
You
in
just have to say
common.
all the
You
right
just
things.
have to say everything the
And
person in
never
front
do
of you wants
anything.
to hear.
Shared problems.
And you don't even have to
Hey, this
say
is something-
the same things.
We're
Imagine
bringing
just the room you're
transgender
in.
surgeries to monkeys
did
in
it
the
together.
zoo, and the crowd just goes
Imagine what
wild.
we could change in this
I
country if
would
we
vote
did
for
it
that.
together.
No, it's here.
As one
Pause
team.
it real quick, Chris.
No, go ahead.
This
We
is
don't
what
need
I
to
was
finish that.
telling Chris about yesterday. They use floating signifiers. A lot of politicians do it, but it's very noticeable with left wingers. And they say stuff like dignity. They're like, we're trying to bring dignity to people. You know, they say stuff like improvement. What does that even mean? You know, or they say we need to stop the hate. What does that even mean? It means nothing. It means because there's no definition attached to it. You know, and if you look up dignity and then you try to then you ask them about it, they go, no, dignity is what people need. And you go, wow, that dignity is what people need? Oh, okay.
How did I know?
It's called a floating signifier. It means absolutely
And all
nothing.
you have to do is pay 2% more in taxes, and we can get dignity to everyone.
Yeah, we're just skipping out that dignity. Dignity, 2 for 1.
So I'm looking for the correct video real quick. But there was a video of an ICE agent that I heard earlier, and the lady was asking him if he was proud about what he does or whatever, because he came up and he told him, "Stay out of her way, or I will arrest you." And of course they act, "Why are you being so aggressive? We're just standing here," you know, like they're not fucking doing anything. And he's like, "That's fine. Get in our way, and I will arrest you. That's your warning."
Oh yeah.
And she's
And
like,
then she did.
"Well, no." She's like, you know, "Are you proud of what you do?" Blah blah blah. And he's like, "I love what I do. I would do this every day of the week." And she's
I
like,
shared that on my channel, yeah.
I'm a teacher. Or what? It's on your channel? Okay, I'll go there and find it. She's like, "I'm a teacher." And he's like, "Yeah, how much debt are you in?" He's like, "I make $200,000 a year and I graduated high school." It was so fucking funny.
Yeah, he said, "I can't believe they paid me for this."
That's right. I can't believe they pay me. If you shared it, I'll go to your I'll find it on your profile real quick. So, I noticed you reshared my Pam Bondi as a snake post, which I firmly believe.
Yeah.
I accidentally posted that a couple days ago, but I said Christy Nome, which is the exact, not the person I meant at all. And I was like, last night I was sitting there, I was doing something completely irrelevant. I was like, shit, I didn't mean Christy Nome, I meant Pam Bondi. So I had to go and erase it and repost it.
Oh, yeah.
Here, you're gonna have to tell me which video it is, Alan.
It's just ICE agent.
I only heard the audio, so is it farther down? What are you sharing on your profile, bud?
What I share?
Let's see. Game advertising is now just butt.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was scrolling through YouTube and that popped up on like the advertisements. I was like, it's just a butt now? That's all? That's the game?
My browser froze.
Easiest.
Damn it.
I don't know, I shared it a few days ago.
Is the stream frozen too? Hang on, my browser's frozen.
The butt made it freeze.
The butt made it freeze. Yeah, it's probably frozen right on that too on the stream, I bet. It doesn't say it's not responding, so hopefully it'll catch up here. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Let me make sure. Let me double check the stream is still good. Looks like we're still up. All right. We're good. Sorry about that, guys. All right. I don't see... So, did you share it last night, day before? When am I looking for?
Either that or I made a comment on it, but I thought I shared it. Hang on. Let me go look.
I'm looking. I haven't seen any ice. I'm going to go back to the top and start over, though, because... Happening now. Students have walked out of school. Oh God, the way they use kids.
Do the music video I did. That was funny. It's Tim Waltz.
What's this Candace Owen video? Charlie was a time traveler. She's an alien, and the government stole technology from the Sumerians.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, that was like I just thought it was so insane.
All right,
I just thought it was so freaking insane that I was like, holy crap.
Let's hear this real quick.
About today. I'll save it for tomorrow, but this project Looking Glass in the CIA, I wonder what they saw. Looking into the future, stealing not Egyptian but Sumerian technology, which is what they did. These are culture vultures. These Egyptsies is what they are. They wear whatever mask they need to. You have to either pretend to be Catholic, either pretend to be Jewish, either pretend to be a Muslim. No, they're thieves. They're glorified thieves is what these people are, and they've always been this since the beginning of history.
Oh man!
And
after this is done, I gotta say something.
Some Sumerian technology that allowed them to predict outcomes, and that technology stopped working in 2012. We're gonna get into that tomorrow. I find it to be fascinating. I wonder if they saw Charlie Kirk. Anyways,
I'm stoked.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. You know what I wanted to talk about today?
I guess the newest theory that she has now is that Charlie Kirk was a time traveler.
That's what we just read. Yeah, and I'm wondering if the CIA gave her LSD.
Hey Chris, what's easier for me to send stuff to you?
X is easy enough.
Discord
is fine. Just don't text it to me.
Write it down on a little piece of paper, tie it with a nice little neat bow
to a pigeon,
and then send it off to Washington.
Wait a minute. Can I get someone else to write it? Because not all of us know how to write.
Your timeline keeps freezing my browser for some reason. Probably because all the porn.
Yeah. Dude, I've been having major trouble with the porn on the timeline.
See, I haven't. Every now and then, like, I'll turn on my X app and I'll be scrolling through videos and then I'll get like one video, and then it won't happen again for a couple months. But
I never see it on my timeline.
I did one.
If I go to the Explorer and you start like scrolling through a topic that's trending, they'll just put in whatever the trending stuff is tagged on their videos.
I sent you a message. It's a song Tim Waltz wrote to Ilhan Omar.
I would love to check it, but I'm waiting for my timeline to unfreeze. There we go. All right, I'm gonna exit that before it freezes again. This isn't what we were looking for.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny.
Who is this by?
Just listen to it.
Well, I need to know how much we can play.
You can play the whole thing.
Cause you think I sleep too. It who's silly, me or you.
We really can if it's a commercial.
It's me.
Okay. Well, just say that.
I know, I just didn't want to ruin it.
I see. This is one of them, they're good, goddamn awful, shitty feelings. The kind that grabs you by the heart while it punches your balls and won't stop for pleading. Good goddamn awful.
Clinic.
Stealing, no dealing, hard reeling, good clue.
It says bone marrow.
No, it says marrow.
It's spelled wrong.
Learn how to read.
I don't know how to leer, okay?
You only come
you gotta leer, bud.
You come down.
You gotta leer every day.
And I can't believe you couldn't see the one who knows me better than me. who's quoted all of my dreams. That girl would
When will they
never
leave?
do this to me. See, this is one of them that good goddamn awful.
I can't get it to stay. It won't stay.
The kind that grabs you by the heart while it punches your balls and won't stop for pleading. Good goddamn awful. Sleep stealing, doubt dealing, heart reeling, gut clear. What a good goddamn awful shitty feeling. You only come around when you.
Why is this car parked in the red zone?
And I'm scared to ask.
Well, look at that stop sign. Why is that stop sign?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And then why does that
you work with what you
skeleton
got.
on the left, that skeleton has boobs?
This is terrible continuity, Alan.
With no skin.
I hand drew the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Leave it to Austin to look at the skeleton's boobs.
Hey, I just noticed. I'm a noticer. I noticed
Look,
that.
this one's got a pecker.
I notice all of the things. You can't get me not to notice things.
And why are some of them not wearing shirts and some of them are?
Well, that one on the very
This one's
right
halfway in
is
the
half
door.
wearing a shirt.
That
It's
one,
a creative decision.
this one is halfway in the door. Well, his dick's in the door, his legs are outside.
The skeleton. Yeah, and then the two on the left, they don't have any clothes on.
It was not meant to be
They're
taken
nudists.
literally.
Well, I took it seriously.
So
It's artistic. So that's when she said that there was no fraud within the Somali community. It had to have come from the upper echelons of government.
I gotcha.
So she threw Tim Waltz directly under the bus.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I thought this was funny. I was like, how could you do this to me?
I just opened X and the leading report posted breaking ICE agents ate lunch at a Mexican restaurant.
Whoa.
Then reportedly went back and detained staff who had served them.
Good.
Sure.
Based.
So I told Alan
Feed
about
me my
this.
food and then I shall arrest you.
I told Alan, but I didn't tell you. My son came upstairs with a package today because sometimes he'll make money, I've grandma order stuff off Amazon. I'm like, what'd you get? He's like, check this out. And he rips the box open and dumps 30 of these onto my lap. I was like, what is this? And he's like, they're Jesus erasers. And I was like, why did you order mini Jesus erasers? He's like, I don't know. I wanted to. I was like, what the hell?
That's pretty
actually super deep. That's really deep when you think about
Jesus
it.
erases all your sin.
I was going to say, he's going to erase my son's problems.
Dude.
Terminate the filibuster. No.
I was
I
trying
don't
to get
like
it
that.
so he was like leering in the camera like that, but he won't stay.
Jesus is watching.
I used to have a little cow here
Keep
that would
Alan
sit on
in.
top of the microphone, but it fell off and I can't find
he
it.
really does.
So,
boy, you guys wouldn't want to know me if I didn't have Jesus Christ.
let's get your guys' take on this. Donald Trump posted today to terminate the filibuster again, and I can't stand this. First of all, do we think he's serious? Because as we know, we shouldn't take anything Donald Trump says literally pretty much ever. Is he just making a power move here, or do you actually think he wants to terminate the filibuster? Either way, I think it's a bad move to call for it. But, yeah. What do we think about that? So for anybody unaware, the filibuster allows the minority party in Congress to require a higher vote threshold to pass things. So instead of a 51-49, it has to be a 60-40. And so basically, everything that goes through Congress has to be 60-40 since we're so divided right now. There are exceptions.
What did we
to other
say?
rules,
Basically,
but
whoever's not in power wants to get rid of the filibuster. Democrats try to do it.
they always try to do it when they have control. Republicans sometimes try to do it when they have control. Not always, but most of the time. Because it works
Feels like
for whoever's in
applesauce,
power.
yeah.
It's not ideal when you're not in power. In fact, the only reason we
Yeah,
don't have
it's-
full-on
It
communism is
would be
because of the
nice to
filibuster.
get all of the voter ID and all this
Passed.
stuff done.
Yeah.
But if we lose the midterms or the presidency and the midterms next go around, you're getting transgender surgery, Chris.
No.
Oh my God, mandatory.
Not happening.
But
Can we
They're like anyone
eliminate
that
it?
looks slightly female.
Every man must become a woman, and every woman must become a man.
Can we eliminate it and then put it back? Is that possible?
Once we go,
basically,
it's like going black. You can't go back.
Any effeminate-looking male must get transgender surgery. And Chris, I am so sorry, but
the transgender just started working at my place.
I'm gonna have to grow some facial hair, apparently. Oh, did they?
And it got me for a second, and then they said something, and I was like, "You're just a man wearing makeup and painted nails."
Yeah.
Was that after sex or?
Damn it!
Got me again.
Oh man, I knew it smelled bad. I knew it smelled bad.
I knew it was weird when they asked to be on top.
When I was in high school and I worked at the restaurant, he told me a story about how he met a transgender woman and didn't find out until they were about to go home together. And they decided to reveal that to him. I was like, wow.
You know what's funny? I bet when he told the story later, that's how he said it. Yeah, we were totally about to go home. Didn't go home with her. We're about to.
We were about to.
Yeah. Oh, mercy.
What is going on here?
We're talking about how Austin is just so far off of his camera. We worked through this, Austin. We said bookshelf just to the left of the head. Oh, this guy. This smart aleck. I know that OklaHOmans have a hard time. You should just have a hand puppet. Just have a hand puppet over there. But yeah, I'm Austin. Woo!
Here's today's leftist crazy or leftist lunatic or whatever you want to call it.
Say the government is doing its job, enforcing the law, protecting the public, and securing.
Ooh, she got the good overalls.
One of those.
Yeah, I won't buy Carhartt.
She's ready for COVID Omega ×2.
That won't protect you from a bullet, ma'am.
No, she's getting ready for the pepper spray. I mean, the
video games, you just have to wear more things, and then you get damage reduction.
Oh, her whistle's
I bet all that together is like
bullet, but it'll reduce the damage that you.
You shoot yourself with smaller bullets to build up immunity.
Just break down in laughter.
I would feel bad about having to arrest her.
Does she think she's like?
She's probably not even leaving the house. She's like, this is what's cool. I'm gonna make a TikTok video.
You're so right. It's not.
She even got
funny.
Carhartt. And
did you guys see that stand-up I sent you yesterday?
Get the gear.
I don't think so.
You what?
And get outside. If you can.
I sent you guys a stand-up video.
Get the gear. Get outside. If you can, of course. So the Gestapo's taking over, but don't worry about it if you're busy.
Did you see the cat in the background?
Yes, I see the cat. We didn't have to see the cat to know there's a cat.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't see her cat.
It's a fat ass cat too. Jesus, look at this cat.
She's too busy playing dress up.
I bet her cat's
the house.
out.
Oh,
the cat's like, yeah, get out of here, bitch.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Did you ask
look up
permission?
the stand-up I sent you. It's in your X messages.
All right.
This guy's very funny. Do we have to wait for Austin to potty?
Which one am I looking for here?
It's a stand-up video.
I heard that part, but I don't see. None of these have a thing that looks like stand-up. This one? No. I don't see anything.
YouTube video?
YouTube? Oh, so this one?
Probably. All right, we got to wait for Austin to get back.
We used to.
Yeah, pause it, yeah.
All right, we can't watch 9 minutes of this, though, because we got to move on to the other show. We'll watch.
Oh, dude, it's worth 6 minutes of it. The first 6 minutes are gold.
All right, I'll give you 6 minutes. Ready?
This used to be a good country where you know there was like groupies and stuff. Now they just have these ice ladies. You know, the woman who got shot in the face by ice. I call her the ice lady. Or after a couple drinks, I call her ice lady.
Oh no.
But she's dead, and it's a damn shame. The left doesn't know what to do because they just spent the last 3 months celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, and then they're looking at what you do. Do you have no? We're like, no, she deserved it. We're not celebrating it though, right? We're not like there's no Republicans out there making videos being like, I'm glad that stupid bitch is dead. Right? We save that for dinner conversation. Like civilized adults. I guess liberals just have no friends, so they have to make one of those videos where they're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna fucking What is that? What is the deal with that? That they just some fucking blob in a shitty house.
What, like we just saw.
Every person who makes one of these videos, angry, these liberal angry videos, they're all poor, obviously. They, you can smell their house through the video. You can fucking. She's standing in a certain way, like with her shoulder up, so you don't see the fucking piles of junk and hoarder shit.
Have a blanket up behind you, so.
Mm-hmm. Screaming about
like a real piece of shit.
Like that. Fuck the Constitution. I don't care what a bunch of white men from 200 years ago. Oh, Jesus Christ, they were right. Back then, they were like, do not let these women vote. If you care about freedom of speech, you better not let these bitches vote.
I'm pretty sure that was Thomas Jefferson.
Did, and they're fucking screaming in their cars after they go to Sonic. They go get a nice Sonic fucking Sunday and sit in the car and make a crazy video trying to lose their job.
How terrible capitalism is.
She was an innocent woman trying to kill a police officer.
Yep.
What are we doing? And Jasmine Crockett, let's hear what she has to say after a fucking tragedy. That's what we all need. First, she's got to put the wig on. Y'all don't remember Charlie Kirk?
Of course, he's drinking Coors Light.
This dumb lesbian bitch is our Charlie Kirk, all right?
You know the comedian's gonna be good when he's drinking.
Charlie Kirk was. I mean, first of all, he wasn't attacking a police officer when he was killed. He was talking about the people that police officers kill. Which usually is black people. But this time it was a white woman. So I thought the left would be happy. One less white woman in this world.
Upset. They were mad it was a white woman.
We need to get rid of whiteness. Well, we started. Started with her last name?
All right, we can. That was the best part. That first part.
That was Ben Backus.
I know
That's
Chris is. Yeah, I followed him. He's
Ben
funny.
Backus sounds like a gay
lady.
slur. What? Oh, on the ice lady. Got you. I said Ben Backus sounds like a gay slur.
Hey. Well, I guess you can say it.
Of course I can say it.
Oh, no.
I can always say it, sir. All right, let's get back to this video that we were watching. Surrounded by Jubilee on what's his name again, Alan?
Talarico. Surrounded.
Tuco?
James
Salamanca?
No,
the guy, the parrot from Lion King. Whatever.
The parrot from Lion King. All right. So this video is really long, so it's hard for me to get it exactly the right spot. We left off right here. If you'd like to see, you can go watch last night's stream and the night before that for part 1 and 2. And he's about to move on to claim number 4, and that's where we left off.
And win this next election and actually move the country forward for Isaiah and for all the people that we've lost because the system is so thoroughly broken. I appreciate you. My final
by the way, pause it. We should probably tell Austin this guy that was in his district that he knew. He said he got shot or he got killed by police because he didn't dim his bright. And then we looked it up, and apparently they had started to pull him over, and he fled from police, stopped them coming out of the car to the point where they had to tase him, and then he had a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
All because he didn't dim his headlights? Wow.
Yeah, the police never even got to pulling him over because he fled.
This freaking guy. All right. Austin's like, I'm with whoever.
Politics is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom. You faggot.
Yeah.
This is
you can't say that. We're on YouTube.
It's the new communism. That's why we keep putting the communism logo in there, because this is what he believes. I wouldn't watch some of his other stuff today. He basically is communist. He says everything in line with communism. Except he's like, but Christ, though.
Yeah,
that's his big
and
argument.
he literally changes it,
Same thing that Hitler did.
Just like he's an old school politician.
Hitler
he changes
never
what he
used
believes.
Christ. In fact,
based on who
Hitler
he's in
thought
front
that
of.
Christ was for pussies, and when they redid the Bible, did you know we can find? Maybe we should look at that someday. The Nazi Bible, they take all mention of Jews out of it. First of all.
No.
And then they take,
Why would they? The Bible kind of paints Jews in a bad light, you know?
Yeah, but he takes every mention of the Jews out, and then it also has Christ being like a war leader, like more than than who he is, you know? So
and then Jesus said, "Invade Poland." So we did.
You anti-Semites. Let's move it on.
That was anti-German, Dick. So the biggest claim number 4, the biggest divide in our politics is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom. So now here comes the billionaire BS.
Not left
and
versus
the communist.
Right, it's top versus bottom.
Oh, he's talking about gay relationship.
Hi, what's your name? Krista. Spending 8 years in the middle of this broken political system, I've come to realize that
he's
the biggest
bottom
divide
for sure.
is between the billionaires who run this political system, who run this
there,
economy, who increasingly
he's out
run
for
this
me.
whole country.
He's been in for 8 years. You're done.
Whether we're Democrats
Next
or
guy.
Republicans, progressives or conservatives.
That's how you build
and I've
power
seen how those
and
billionaires
insulate
pit us against
yourself.
each other with their algorithms, with their cable news networks. They're trying to divide us by party, by race, by gender, by religion, so we don't notice that they're picking our pockets. They're closing our schools and gutting our health care, raising taxes on all of us while they cut taxes for themselves. So what I'm trying to do is bring us all together across all these divisions so we can take power away from them and bring it back into our communities.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from on that. And I agree that lobbying does play a big role in like some of our representatives. You know, the more funding they get, the more they have to advertise for, you know, their position that they want. But where I disagree on that is I believe that how can I say this? I believe that economics, like the top versus the bottom, accounts for economic inequity. But I believe ideology is where the polarization comes in. So you're a man of faith, correct?
He's like, what?
So you are, definitely. So wouldn't you say that your faith drives who you are as a person and your beliefs?
Absolutely.
No.
And I agree that
not at all. Not a bit.
is a problem.
This is what you would call a plan,
How
Alan.
these systems that we're in,
Let me set you up for a
broken
layup.
political system, a broken media
What kind of
system,
question was that?
a broken social media system,
A
how
dog
that
show.
exacerbates ideological differences.
And yet not a
Of
single
course, we're all
flag
very
guy.
different people. We're going to have different opinions.
They're getting
But
there.
these
He's thinking
algorithms,
about it.
these cable news networks, they fan the flames of those disagreements, and that's why we have such polarized
the
politics,
media.
in my opinion.
So you think it's like an echo chamber, like, is that what you're stating?
I think that these billionaires, let's,
I want to
Jeff
see her
Bezos,
ask
Mark
questions.
Zuckerberg,
She's made some
Elon
interesting
Musk,
faces
Barack,
this whole
I
time.
think she has a
People who
reasonable
own
position
traditional
on
media
that.
and new social media, they have a vested interest in all of us being divided. Because if we recognize that we are far more alike than we are different, if we realize that we have far more in common, we're going to take power back from them and we're going to bring it back into our communities.
So where I would disagree
Wait a
on that is
minute.
there's
Almost
so many
like when you
economic
create
elites, so let's
identity
Hold on.
group, when you break everything into identity politics, there is no us. There is your interest group. That's why Democrats do that. They break everybody up. Republicans say, except for like the Nick Fuentes types, Republicans say that we're all American, right? We all have our own interests. Our interests are improving the country.
We're
And Democrats divided that up into saying, no, you are an African American, and you need to vote for your African American people and your identity group.
Yep. They
and
literally
then
created
they said
identity
Latino.
politics.
Yeah, they said Latino American, or you're Latino, so you need to vote for Latinos. LGBT, you need to vote on LGBT issues.
We get it. What'd you say, Austin?
I don't know.
All right.
Oh, shut up. I just made a banger. I made a banger point. A banger point. And you guys just went, what did you say, Austin?
You didn't say point of personal privilege first, so we just discounted it.
Oh, point of personal privilege. Oh, dang it. I messed up. I hate when I do that.
I would appreciate
Sorry,
if we
guys.
could stop all the loud noises and clapping because it's really unfair to those of us with sensory issues.
Quite a few microaggressions from you, Chris.
Point of personal privilege. I want to kick Alan out. Can we kick Alan out?
You don't have to kick me out because I quit.
You didn't say point of privilege.
Okay, he's bye.
All right, that works. Let's continue. You didn't say point of personal privilege first, so I'm bringing you back until you say it. Then you can leave.
I wasn't crying. You're crying.
All right,
it's just hot in here and I'm sweating.
Whatever you did, I can't turn my
example,
thing
the
to
owner
the side
of
there.
the
You
Jerry,
piece
they
of
spend
shit.
so much time on, climate
My son
change,
said when he was a
trying
baby
to
that
draw
his
that
eyes
back.
were
They
leaking.
spend a lot of time on putting their time into charity. Let's just say, like, putting it towards charity for those who are less fortunate. But we have the polar opposite, right? Let's just say the owner of Chick-fil-A, they spend a lot of their time donating to more conservative. So I would say that it's not just the elite. I believe it goes back to their ideology because we see people who are multimillionaires and they're still donating to the left. They're still donating to the right. Wouldn't you agree?
I totally agree. What I'm trying to propose is that we limit the influence of those very, very wealthy people, whether they're on the left or the right, in our political system. They can have their own opinions. There's nothing more American than having your own opinions. They shouldn't have an outsized influence on our political system. They shouldn't be able to buy politicians by the dozen. I'll just give you one example. Here in Texas, there are two millionaires in West Texas, Tim Dunn and Ferris Wilks. They basically run our state government. I bet most Texans don't even know their names.
Oh yeah,
but
I bet they do.
Every member of the state Senate has taken their money. a majority of the members of the
you've
state
taken
house
their money?
have taken their money. And for some of these legislators, a majority of their entire campaign contributions come from just these two billionaires.
Okay.
And they use that influence, they use their wealth to shift our state into a far right direction. The most extreme abortion ban in the country, the most insane gun laws in the country. All of that is because these...
It's the billionaires that are pushing Texas into a far right state.
Yes.
It's the billionaires.
Well, duh. You didn't know that?
stupid?
You didn't know that?
I bet it's the billionaires. It's not the, millions of people who just live off the land and are ranchers and own farms and just hold conservative values. It's all the billionaires that are just paying for propaganda reels on news and in mainstream television.
I'm glad
they're the ones that made Texas Republican.
I'm glad you're starting to get it, Austin. And of course, there's no billionaires on the left that are trying to, institute their agenda, right? There's no Bill Gates. There's no Jeff Bezos. There's no Elon Musk at one point in time. There's no, he's on the right now, but he was on the left. There's no George Soros. Yeah. Yeah, they always talk about the Koch brothers, right? That's historically, it's always been the Koch brothers. The Koch brothers have like a tenth of the power and money that George Soros alone has. They never influenced that much, and they were far more libertarian than they were conservative anyway. They're big on H-1Bs. For
what
example.
George Soros does? He goes to small districts where there's a Republican versus a Democrat, and then he floods money into the market. Some of these elections, representative elections, only like $50,000 maybe. For the total war chest for their campaign. And then he gives the other side $1 million. and he makes them agree to certain things like sanctuary stuff, like they're going to vote this way, that way. And then here's a really effed up thing that no politician should engage in. He has them sign a non-disclosure agreement. Isn't that weird? Right? So they can't talk about the nature of his campaign
You've
donation.
witnessed this personally, or?
Nothing.
I'm just messing with you.
That's how I got elected. Oh, crap, I wasn't supposed to say.
That makes more sense. Yeah, I guess you're going to have to pay back all that money now. But more recently, what he's focused on is the judges. And that's how we've gotten so many of these activist judges. Because nobody pays attention to judge elections. Nobody. And so he'll go and find candidates, or he'll pay people that graduate Harvard or whatever that are really radical leftist to move to certain areas where they need more radical judges. And then he'll pay for everything to run for the... And
but
it's not
he did
him.
the smart thing.
Let's clarify.
If you're a globo-homo like George Soros is, where you want a globalist... What's harder? Like, dude, George Soros broke the dollar in England. He freaking...
That's why he's banned from Hungary, isn't it?
Huh?
That's why he's banned from, like, Hungary, isn't he?
He should be banned from everywhere.
He should be.
He broke the dollar in England.
From my house.
I'd still cook him a chicken dinner because I'm polite, but he wouldn't be staying for TV after.
We're not watching Jeopardy with that sumbitch.
Yeah, but no, like he's actually done, and I think it's like I don't know, 1,000 of this. Like I don't know. I saw a report on it. It said it was so many places that he ran that scheme and got away with it. And that they pushed a globalist ideology. He floods the market with globalist thinking. And then there was one thing that he did was interesting. He backed movies that were super liberal, and he backs super liberal ideologies.
Yeah,
this guy's thinking so far ahead.
Yeah, he's really the first billionaire, at least in well-documented history, that realized that he could use his money to influence governments. And he is the... If we're picking a single most important or most influential person in the progressive movement, it's George Soros. But let's clarify, when we say George Soros, first of all, the man's almost dead, right? It's mostly his son doing these things these days. It's just everybody knows the name George Soros.
Because he accrued a ton of...
But then also, when we say it, it's not him individually doing these things, right? Does he dictate, the big moves? Yeah, probably. But there are
his son. He oversees this. We're going to go campaign this guy and primary this guy, and we're going to flood the money of this guy. We're going to push propaganda in this area. Like, it's all towards destroying the idea of it. Because what's easier? A country, or dealing with countries, or dealing with a global entity if you're a billionaire?
Yeah, well, he wants to be in charge of that global entity.
His son, yeah.
Well, he wants to be part of it. I
Sorry,
truly
did I cut
believe
you off? Your face was like, you cut
a
me
little
off.
bit. Yes, I was trying to say it's not a single man, right? He might have been the impetus that started this. It's certainly his wealth that he put towards it, but he has thousands of quote unquote soldiers that believe in that globalist movement that make these moves. Hundreds of different NGOs, non-government organizations, right? Charities and all these things that all work together to implement these things. So no, George Soros is not writing a check to each and every judge, each and every leftist judge that is running as a radical somewhere in the country. But one of his NGOs, one of his charities is. It's a trickle-down system, for lack of a better way to put it. And personally, what I think it is, I don't think it has anything to do with business, in my opinion. First of all, I think he's a Nazi. I think he believed in the Third Reich thing. I think he is desperately trying to institute a force right. So he talks about how his uncle was a Gestapo guy or a brown shirt or whatever, and he had to come around, walk around with him while his uncle rounded up Jews or something like that. I can't remember the exact story, but he had witnessed this. He's a Jewish, supposedly. So he claims to be a Jewish and a Holocaust survivor, which is the best way to avoid any scrutiny whatsoever. He's a Jewish guy, is what I was going to say, which is the best way to avoid any scrutiny. I think he's German. I think he's German.
Huh?
I think he's German, and I think he believed in what Hitler was doing, and that's why he wants to finish basically what Hitler started and control Europe and the world.
LGBT and anti-white stuff. That's all he does. Is that to create such a backlash?
Why does he push those things? To create division, because you have to create division and you have to create disorder in order to get people willing to accept a new system. We've talked about this a million times. It's not that he believes those things.
Yeah. Democrats are always for the minority until they become the majority, and then they cast the minority to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Good way to put it. What were you saying?
So, is one theory here, going off of what you're saying, would it be to create such a, because white people in America didn't have a collective ideology or identity. When I was growing up, we didn't think of each other as, it's a white guy, it's another white guy. We didn't think of whiteness as the real thing. Right. We didn't, that wasn't a factor.
We still don't, really.
Right? Huh?
We still don't, really. No matter how much they try to make
you're starting to see it pop up now because it was defensive, and it's like, oh, fuck it. If you're going to treat us and white people are evil and this stuff, you're seeing a rising movement among young white men to have that solidarity.
It's just about segregating everybody, like you were talking about earlier.
But I'm saying, would it be to so he puts all this anti-white hatred out, and promotes minority groups, and then openly tries to infringe upon the dang civil rights movement by targeting white people. Would that be to create such a backlash, as we're saying, but it's not extreme? So it's going to have to get way worse before you really start saying white people gathering as white people,
so that's
making movement.
So when we started the episode last night, I made a statement about how we need to be careful about how we react to what's going on right now, because the goal is the backlash, because they are trying to turn us into what they claim we are. Does that make sense?
Right.
They claim we're these radical, murderous Nazis or whatever you want to say, whatever word, whatever all the things the left claims about the right.
Is hateful and racist.
Yeah, hateful and racist is the big. That's the core of it, right, or the crux of it, or whatever. And that's what they're trying to create, because then they have something that they can fight against, right? Then there is nothing that will. Then no matter what they do, they're right because of how evil and racist those guys are.
So it's like you go after people's children.
But see, none of this is the goal.
Damn it, Chris.
All
right. You go after people's children and then you put them in a position where they have no choice but to fight back. Right?
Basically.
But like you're saying, we haven't reached a point in our country where we've lost everything. Like we haven't lost our First Amendment. We haven't lost our Second Amendment.
People are not uncomfortable enough yet.
Huh?
People are not uncomfortable enough yet to be willing to accept radical change. Some leftists are, but so far that's it. And if they can make the left and the right go to war.
Iran had to go. They didn't get electricity for 10 hours. Their sisters and their moms and their daughters were getting acid thrown on their face for not wearing a hijab. Yeah. God knows what happened in the secret prisons. They'd pull people off the street if they thought you were an agitator. And then they were in a massive drought where they barely had drinking water, let alone they don't take a shower. And then they got their power cut off, I want to say 12 hours a day. They couldn't afford to have power that would cut it off. That's what we read in that article. They got that bad until they were like the beatings and the starvation and the drought and the lack of just basic human dignity. Dignity, free floating signifier. What I'll say about dignity is it's something that
stay on topic.
Huh?
Stay on topic. We're already well off.
So anyway, but if you go back to the Ottomans, right, and then you go back to the Mongols, okay,
go back.
So what you're right. I'm not going to dispute anything you said. What's important to note?
Oh, I wouldn't think you. I was saying that in agreement with you. I'd hope you wouldn't disagree with.
Right. But what's important to recognize is none of this is the goal. This is just part of step 1, step 5, whatever it is. I don't know.
Now you sound like a conspiracy
because you
theorist.
also have, you have to bring the United States dollar down closer to the value of Europe in order to bring the two together, because you can't have, such a wide disparity, and many other things. The goal, I truly believe that they believe in an altruistic goal. They believe they can create utopia by having a one world government that is run by the elites, the highly educated, the special people. And as long as all the regular people just listen to the elites, everything will be fine. And we can make this utopia happen. We can't do it with 7-8 billion people because that just gets messy. So we got to figure out a way to kind of cull it down to 3 billion or so, I think is the number they float around. There's different numbers. The Georgia Guidestone said 1 billion. They've talked about 3 billion, 5 billion, the capacity of Earth, right? That's what they're talking about there. So they need a smaller population first and foremost, which might mean nuclear war. Because how are you going to get rid of billions of people? But the goal is to bring in that utopia. The goal is the one world government
happened in all of history
that will usher in utopia.
When you get someone like this that tries to take control of everything, takes away your human rights, and control, they get killed in a bloody massacre.
Usually.
And so now it's not the presidents and it's not the governors, it's the guys behind them that need to have bad thing happen. Because we just going after the politicians, they're just figureheads.
Yeah,
there are people back there, the billionaires controlling that. And I'm talking about the activist billionaires that are part of that OklaHOman movement.
Yeah, what it is it's the elites. It's the Harvard graduates. It's the Stanford graduates. It's the, and I'm not saying every one of them, right? But the members of the
They're
Skull and
useful
Bones
idiots.
Club type people,
They're
all of
useful
that.
idiots.
Well, that's where all these people come from, and that's why they all end up believing the same thing, because they are all educated in these same small silos.
Indoctrinated into it.
Exactly.
And when you start hearing people on the left who openly call it's time for violence, like they are so convinced that our country is a totalitarian, authoritarian, all the Tarians and Aryans. They're like, now it's time for violence. They are so spun up in that.
Everything they've fear-mongered about,
people.
They believe everything they've been fear-mongering about for 20 years, they believe now it's finally come. This Renee Good apparently set it all off. Exactly like you're saying.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like it's at the point where they're absolutely willing to commit violence. And as conservatives, I think we need to realize that it's not that way, in that our police can handle this crap. We don't have to form groups and go out and fight these morons. Our police can do it, and our what is that? What was Austin say? What do you say, Austin?
Well, it'd be more fun if we formed groups and took care of it.
No, this guy.
Yeah, but that would be exactly what they want, right? Because then you are giving them exactly what they're expecting and exactly what they're hoping for, because that gives them the excuse.
Yeah, I think if they get footed, there are like active protest groups that meet and they have nothing to protest and they wait for something to go out and protest. There's an interview that you can find in Oregon, it's Oregon, where that happened. Where like they're even talking to them, and she goes, "Yeah, we were waiting for something. We're gonna meet the organization group, and we're going to go out protest."
Yeah, and so the other thing is, it is when I say, you might hear, well, they want a one-world government, yes, but the goal is to create utopia. The thing is, utopia never comes, and they completely ignore human nature. They think that they can overpower, the natural way of things through their genius, and it's always what leads, just like we were talking about with the Soviet Union and China, Mao, things like that. It is always altruistic goals that end up killing the most people, that end up being the most horrific, because they believe they can do it, and in the face of any evidence that says they can't, they will just ignore it, because they're narcissists, and many are psychopaths. And I'm talking about the clinical definition, right? They truly believe that they can do no wrong. And so it doesn't matter if things are failing. That's because people are failing to do what I told them to, not because my idea is failing.
It doesn't matter if you do bad, as long as there's more good than bad. Basically, just like fraud's okay, as long as a majority of it is not fraud.
Well, the thing is, fraud is okay as long as it's to better this altruistic goal of bringing in utopia. The ends justify the means for them.
Poor and underprivileged people, so it doesn't actually matter.
So Alan and I were talking about this last night. Again. I think that fraud might be the Minnesota specifically, where they were shipping it to Somalia. Alan showed us $700 million was funneled through the Minnesota airport that we know of.
Shabab.
That we know of. And I think it was payments to Iran, because the last thing Obama did when he left office was send pallets of cash to Iran. And I think that this might be follow-up payments, because they thought after Obama was Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was supposed to be the next president, but then it didn't work out.
Wait. So he's using the Somalians to send the money, or they're using the Somalians? Yeah,
because remember, they're taking
Somalians.
The idea would be that they're taking it to Somalia so that the money can get lost, and then they can do whatever they want with it, like send it to Iran, because they can't send it straight to Iran.
They gotta clean it.
Exactly.
They gotta clean it so they can go anywhere.
Exactly.
Well, we know that it's directly going, in a lot of cases, going to terrorist groups like ISIS. And I don't even think people know that
it's the same
ISIS is in Somalia right now.
It's the same old story. Yeah, see, and there you go. They could be in it right to them there. It's the same old story. It's the CIA funding terrorist groups that they think are furthering an agenda for them. It's all the
I don't
same
even know
thing,
if we
and
can
it's all
call it
interconnected
ISIS anymore
in my opinion.
because ISIS is Islamic State in Syria, was what their name
Is
was
that
an
what that
acronym
stood for? I never knew what it stood for. I knew it was
I guess
Islamic
it is.
State. but-
Islamic State in Somalia, maybe. I don't know. Like, yeah.
I know Obama used to call him ISIL instead of ISIS, ISIL, and I
That's
know
Lebanon.
that was a huge
that
deal.
was when it was Islamic State in Lebanon.
I know Obama used to do that, and I know that was a huge deal because the difference mattered, and it meant something like he was tipping his hand towards something. I don't know. I remember a lot of talk about it, but all right, let's get back to James Talarico. Sorry, we went off on a tangent there, guys, but
you're good.
These two billionaires have remade our state government in their own image. I'm trying to stop them from doing that.
OklaHOman
They can
went
have
to
their
get
own
more
opinions.
guns.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to stop that. I'm trying to prevent the top 1%, these billionaire mega donors, from being able to dictate public policy in this state and in this country.
So when we have the issue
Ellen, you
of, let's
froze
just
on a
say,
bad
another
place,
multimillionaire in Texas
I
is
know,
using it for policies that you agree with, are you going to do that
Why
on
is
both
that one
sides, or are you just
sideways?
do it on a certain side?
because
How are
he's
you
looking at
gonna
something
combat
on
I'm
his
going to
phone,
limit the
which froze
influence
him.
of billionaires on both sides of the aisle.
But
Whether
how?
it's a Democratic billionaire
Why
or
are
a
you
billionaires
side
on
there?
both
I think
sides?
we've got
Both
to ban
sides.
things like super PACs. I think we've got to even further limit campaign contributions. I think we've got to prevent lawmakers
Banning
from being able
super
to
PACs.
engage in insider trading and buying and selling
I
these
could probably
stocks.
do okay with
I think we
banning
need
Citizen
just
United.
basic ethics
but-
reform, basic transparency, basic accountability. Because when our political system works for the uber wealthy, it doesn't work for the rest of us. In fact, it hurts the rest of us.
dumb.
It's why
That's such a
we can't
dumb
seem to get ahead
platitude.
no matter
It
how
can't
hard
work
we
for
work.
everybody.
It's why we can't seem to afford anything.
Only has
whether
to
it's
work for one
groceries
group of people
or
at a
whether it's
time.
housing.
It's
or
funny what
healthcare
they
or
consider the
childcare.
uber
It's
wealthy
because the
too.
system is not.
Well,
So-
and it's rather ironic that they believe in this system controlled by the elites, except those elites. We want the idiots to vote for us, not the elites, because the elites are smart enough not to vote for us. But we want the elites to control the idiots once we have the power. It's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
built to work for us. It's built to work for those
Isn't it
billionaires.
ironic?
And it's working very well for them. I think the way we fix that
Thankfully,
is
she's
by
about to get
reforming
voted
our
out.
political
Isn't
system
it
so that it can actually be a
strange?
government of, by, and for the people again.
All right, pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your
That was
seat.
great. You're great. Thanks, Krista. Yeah.
I loved your question. Oh, another one like that.
Biggest thing I
please.
heard from this debate
It's
you were just
kinda
talking
unfair
about
how
is
they do this
basically
based on how
billionaires are the
close you
problem.
are.
I'm curious what
This guy's
why-
got
why
him
you-
twice
why
because
you
he's
think
right there.
that they are causing the problems.
So I actually think the system is the problem.
Mhm.
The system allows for those billionaires to have an outsized influence in our political
old
conversation,
Constitution
in
stuff
our
in that
economy, and it crowds out the rest of us.
They're just
those who are
billionaires. They're
working
bad
class and middle
people,
class
kid. Don't you
Texans.
get it?
And I want to try to right that imbalance. I think what you've seen
No
in
one
this
can
country
become a
for
billionaire
years
through
is an economy that used to work for
anything
most
but
people
evil.
transform into one that only
Exactly.
works for the uber wealthy.
But I don't believe in evil.
The
You
richest
can only become a
1%
billionaire
in
by
this
stealing
country
from the
now
poor.
owns
That's the
more
only
wealth
way.
than the entire middle
He
class.
says billionaires, but he's
Three
actually
dudes.
talking
Elon
about
Musk.
millionaires.
Fact check.
That's it.
According to Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, the top 1% hold 51.85 trillion in wealth, while the bottom 50% hold 4.21 trillion. Fact check the fact check.
Wealth.
Yeah, how much?
Yeah,
how
what is
much?
the
How many people fall into the 1% of wealth? That's what I'm curious about.
All of the United States, if we're talking about globally, we are
Yeah,
all part
but
of the
he's
1%.
Wait,
No, but what I'm
did it
saying is,
say?
in
I
that
forgot
calculation,
already.
we are the 1%. All of Europe, just
Oh,
about.
I know
is
that.
The
I know
1%.
I know that.
What?
We know that, Chris. We
Amount.
I
know.
love how they always forget that American, if you're just American,
Mhm.
you're probably a part of the 1% of the entire world. But we're worried about the 1% of the 1%.
Well, and the question is, the 1% in what way? In wealth or in people? Because the bottom 50% in wealth could be 10 people for all we know. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also the 1% is not a static number. There's people that go into it, they come out of it, constant. Like you have a really good year and some other people have a bad year, you bump up into it.
According to, so for the U.S., the question about the amount of wealth held by the top 1% compared to the bottom 50 often refers to U.S. household wealth distribution as is a common focus in such discussions. In the United States, the latest available Federal Reserve data, by the way, the Federal Reserve is a private corporation, not a government entity. The name Federal Reserve was meant to confuse you and nothing else.
Yeah.
It is
In
a
the Fed.
private bank. Anyway, as of recent quarters, 2025, with patterns holding stable in recent periods, the top 1% hold approximately 30% of total U.S. wealth. Example, 30.5% in quarter one. The bottom 50% hold roughly 2 to 3. This means the top 1% holds roughly 10 to 12 more times, yada, yada. Globally, the worldwide wealth, drawing from reports like the UBS Global Wealth Report, the top 1% hold around 45% or more of the global personal wealth. The bottom 50% holds 1 to 2%. This makes the top 1% hold 20 to 45 times. Okay, globally, who is in the top 1%? I think it's like if you make
how many
$20,000 a year or something. It's something incredibly low in American. Oh, I didn't realize I screwed up the things that bad. Threshold. Globally, 1% wealth, net worth, financial assets, etc., consisting of roughly the wealthiest adults worldwide, typically numbering in the tens of millions out of 5 to 6 billion. Key threshold and profile. The entry point to be in the global top 1% is generally around $1 million USD in net worth. This has been consistent benchmark in reports like the UBS Global Wealth. This isn't true, though, because I've read several reports on this, and none of them set you at $1 million. It was way lower than that.
Yeah, it's not actually that hard to become a millionaire in America.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's your sole goal in
stock
life,
market for like 30 years, you know.
This is more like
if it's your sole goal in life to become a millionaire and have nothing else, like have no other part of your life but to accrue wealth upon yourself, then you can do that within 10 to 20 years. Absolutely.
Yeah. The 1 million is like an arbitrary figure rather than an actual. That's just the figure that a lot of people choose, and he just said that here. Many sources and discussions cite approximately $1 million as the rough cutoff. I don't want the rough cutoff. I want to know how much do you have to make to be in the 1%? Because I know it's way less than that. Maybe 50,000, but it's right around the average U.S. citizen. And by the way, as far as millionaires, there's like 1 million millionaires. It's not a small amount of people. Yeah, this isn't answering what I was looking for, though. What? Let me try asking it this way and see if that'll give me the answer I'm looking for. So $1 million is not accurate. I just want to clarify that for the people listening. Yeah, see, this one says approximately $60,000 a year. So even if we went with that, that still puts the vast majority of Americans well above.
So what did the fact check say? Didn't it say like 50 billion is held by the 1%?
It said 45% of the world's wealth. According to the fact check on the thing, it said 51.85 trillion.
Trillion. Well, Grok says that. Okay, one second.
So the global median individual income is $10,000 per year. But ironically, that's like just barely below Europe's median. Europe's median is only like 25,000 a year or something.
52 trillion.
Yeah, 52 would be a good average.
The top 10% holds 67 to 70% of the U.S. wealth, while the bottom 50% only holds about 2 to 3%.
But again, when you're looking at it,
just because they're poor.
When you're looking at it that way, the top 10% could be 99% of the population, because you're breaking it down based on how much money they have. And so where that line is drawn is dependent upon the money they make rather than the number of people. So what percentage let's see what.
It's such a dumb thing. Wealth isn't
10%
If you're poor in America, it's by choice. I'm sorry.
Period.
It is by choice.
Period.
99% of the time.
Hey.
Sometimes there's bad things that happen.
Yeah,
but
there are rare examples of an outside scenario, but even then, most of those scenarios are temporary. They're not permanent, right? Short of you being a schizophrenic or something, there are things you can still get over.
Yeah, people are like, oh, I have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to survive. Well, if you're doing that for more than like 3 years, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. I have never worked at a minimum wage job for more than a year without moving up. Ever. And usually it's like 2 or 3 months, because at a minimum wage job, if you just show up to work on time, that's 99% of what they're looking for before they give you a raise.
Like, dang, you showed up to work
here?
2 days
You
in
actually
a row?
are going to work?
Dang, Billy Bob can't show up more than 2 days in a month.
Not around here, the most common is people will show up for the first 2 weeks. They get their first check and they're out.
Yep. Especially at places that offer like sign-on bonuses and stuff, they'll stay just long enough to get your sign-on bonus and then out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, see, even when I asked it differently, Grok still didn't give me the number of people that were in that top 10%.
Really?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I'm asking him again. Top 10% households, not individuals. Oh, so it's households too, not individuals. So that's even more people. As wealth distribution data from the Federal Reserve. By definition, this group always comprises exactly 10% of U.S. households.
Mine says around 130 to 135 million total households in the recent years.
Yep. So that would mean 13.5 million households are in the top 10%.
No. Yeah, top 1% therefore consists of roughly 1.3 to 1.35 million households.
Households. So that includes all the people in the household too. So that would mean it's 5 million people.
Likely
roughly.
around 2 to 3 million adults.
Yeah, probably so. All right. Anyway. And the other thing is, though, the top 1%, they pay 50% of the tax burden in the U.S. The bottom 50%.
Yeah, it says a household generally needs $11 to $12 million in order or more in total assets to become part of the 1%.
They need how much?
11 to 12 million.
To become part of the U.S. 1%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. threshold is higher because we have all the billionaires.
Yeah, because we're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! America.
And the thing is, this is what
USA, why are
leftists
you gay?
fundamentally do not understand.
What?
This is what leftists fundamentally do not understand. First of all, wealth does not mean money. We talked about this the other day. Elon Musk does not have $500 billion. He probably barely has $10 billion as far as actual cash that he can spend. And then second to that is that there is not a finite pie.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a theoretical limit, but it's based on all of the resources on Earth. If you create something that didn't exist, you are essentially creating new money because those dollars are now going to chase that new thing too. So if somebody makes tables out of trees, right? They have now created a new revenue source. If somebody now takes the sawdust left over from making those tables and sells it for, presses it into pellets to sell for a wood stove, he's now created more revenue source. So they're not now competing for the same dollars. They've now created new wealth.
That's
it's not the best way to explain it.
Problem. They believe there's just a giant pot of wealth.
Yeah.
And that everyone's fighting for it and competing for it. It does not take into account the mathematical equation for wealth generation. They just don't believe in wealth generation. That's why they say stuff like profit is theft.
Yeah. You're literally taking something that
Chris,
didn't
you froze
exist.
on my thing.
I'm still good. You're literally
He's not
taking
frozen
something.
for me.
I'm frozen for
He's
both
not
of you.
frozen for you.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, you're
It's just
making a
not a
funny face,
problem.
dude.
You're literally taking
He's
something
making a
that
funny
doesn't
face.
exist and you're making it exist. Therefore, you're generating new product. There is no finite pie. I mean, again, technically there is some sort of theoretical limit, but we're nowhere near it. And we're so far from it, we can't even say how much it is. So
if you manufacture stuff, that's the easiest way to just prove it logically. If you're manufacturing things, then you're creating new profit.
Exactly.
You know,
that's what I'm saying.
So anyway, let's see what else Tukey Talarico has
Mark
to
Zuckerberg and
say.
Jeff Bezos now own more wealth than 165 million Americans combined, and they're using that wealth to corrupt
They
our
don't own
political
it.
system. These are not the rich people of old.
They're worth
They're not
that.
buying yachts and jets only. They're now buying power. I mean,
Yeah,
think
that's
about
all
the
they buy
debates
is jets
in our
and
politics.
yachts.
Our schools are being defunded so those billionaires can get another tax break. Our healthcare
If I
premiums are
feel
about to
like
go up
jet
companies
because those
can't even keep
billionaires
up.
want another tax
I
break.
feel like he wasn't
And then our
bought and
Social
paid
Security,
for.
our
I would
Medicare benefits are constantly
be more
under
in
threat
agreement with him.
This
because
is the
those
same
billionaires
song
want yet
progressives
another
have been
tax break.
singing since
So,
FDR.
I'm
Well, since
advocating
before
that
FDR,
we
since the
limit their power
1900s to 1920s.
and we empower working tax
How have they
citizens
not
to
fixed
be
it
able
by
to
now if
fulfill
it's
their own
true?
God-given potential.
Interesting. How do you propose that we go about doing that? Because I mean, the system's been here for a long time, and I think the more important question is specifically what system? Is it the Texas system? Is it the federal system? Is it there's a lot of systems.
Yes,
Give me the school system,
The real
the
question.
tax system. So what specifically are you talking about?
All the above.
The billionaires.
So
that was
you
all
said
the
it
above.
for a long time.
That's one of his favorites.
It has been a long time. It's been about 50 years. But I just want to remind you and
Oh.
those watching.
50 years.
I just want to
we did
remind
have
you,
an
we're going to go into
economic
something
system.
else
Oh, this is
that I can avoid
1975?
answering.
In the 1950s
Wow, I
and
didn't know it was that
1960s,
recent.
the richest Americans paid a top marginal tax rate of 90%. Now, I don't know if we need a tax rate that high
because
for rich folks, but it should certainly
the
be higher than what it
progressives
is
did
now. It's
that.
about 37%.
When they instituted the
now.
income tax.
And so I
You think
want
90%
billionaires
is
to
too
pay their fair
much?
share. I don't
They should literally give everything. What are we even doing?
If you make more than $1 million, what could you spend $1 million on?
What's interesting to me is they bring that statistic up a lot when we were in a very homogenous society, right?
Silly woman.
That was for Austin.
And they did the little soundboard things, and they think they're funny, but they're not. And no,
It would behoove
like-
you, young man.
oh, that's Chris's real voice. Oh, you threw me off with your stupidness. Damn it. No, so what did that money go to? That 90% that they paid taxes into, what was that money used for back in the 1900s?
It went
really?
to making sure that rednecks had guns that they don't need.
Lizard.
Yeah, they didn't have a gun buyback program. They had a gun giveaway. They just come get your gun.
I believe that every man, as soon as he turns 18 years old and he signs up for the draft, he should be handed a rifle.
All that happened
They
is
do that though.
the
Well,
total
that's when you go
revenue
to service.
the total revenue of the government went down because once they took the wealth that was existing, people just stopped earning more than $1 million, or they hid it. They hid it offshore. They hid it in their backyard if they had to. So the revenue went down. We've known this for a long time. Over a marginal rate of like 16% or 18% or whatever it is, you don't collect more revenue. You just incentivize people to work less. That's it.
Look what's happening in California. They just instituted that new tax.
They're trying to, yeah.
And the CEO of Google left.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah,
I don't care. I'm gonna.
Yeah, and it's funny. The most liberal, communist adjacent person. He's like, "Oh, this affects me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Let me get out of here."
Yeah, you're about to see how much these people are really committed to their ESG, DEI bullshit.
Yeah, they believe in it until it actually affects them. They're all about that. No, I meant rules for thee. You missed that. You rules for thee, not for me. Isn't that the way it goes? Go ahead.
It's quite an interesting thing. They think they can just tax our way into prosperity.
Yeah. Redistribute that wealth. And really what it's doing is it's just putting the money into these programs that makes the people that run the programs wealthy, but doesn't really do anything for the people the programs were designed to help.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it.
Or ask mom.
They're like, oh yeah, the government.
You heard him, Austin.
Sorry.
Ask mom.
I don't have a mom.
He wants to use his brother's stuff. I'm like, well, then you got to go ask your brother.
Way to bring it down.
Sorry.
I got the hiccup.
Are we ready to keep going? I don't know where you guys are. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just
think that George Soros
saying things.
Pay less as a percentage of his income in taxes than his secretary.
Oh, he brought up George
and that's
Soros.
What we have now.
That is not how that works. That is one of the biggest lies that they claim. George Soros pays less in taxes than his secretary. And of course they mean percentage. It's still not true.
Again, billionaires on the left, billionaires on the right, they're getting away scot-free. They are leeching the lifeblood out of this country.
Stuck in the middle with you.
I think the only way we're going to change that is
to the left of me.
People around the circle,
to the
people around the
right.
state, decide to come together across all
I
of
wish
these
somebody would
divides,
just sit down. You're a
recognize
communist.
that we have a lot more in
You sound
common than
communist.
billionaires want us to think.
How
and
is your
take power
position
back
different
for our
from
communities.
communism?
Interesting. So I did a little research about this, and the top 5% of earners in America make about $260,000 a year. They make up for about 60% of the total federal income tax. So that's not billionaires, right?
Yeah.
So that's people who are getting by. They're doing pretty
Right,
good.
yeah.
But my question is, how can you affect billionaires and also still help not hurt those who are not billionaires, but maybe they have a couple million and they're also providing jobs, because we have a lot of smaller businesses that are within the 5 million.
Totally
range.
agree. We don't want to hurt small businesses. We don't want to even hurt people who are upper
We
middle
will.
class.
We just don't want to.
What we want to do is go after that top 1%. Actually, the top 1% of that 1%. Those billionaires who run this economy.
By doing what?
Let's just take an example.
Taking their shares in their company and collectivizing it.
Oh, no, we've got an example.
Top
It gave $3 trillion.
5%. You only have to make $335,000 a year to be in the top 5%.
Holy crap.
Yeah. What were you
I
saying?
mean, I'm
Alan?
never going to make that, but holy crap.
What were you saying, Alan? You said
I
something
forgot.
about he had an example.
Oh, I forgot. No.
Okay.
The top 10% is only $251,000. What are these numbers that it's giving me? Now it's saying the top 1% threshold is 659,000, not 11 to 12 million.
That's
I don't know
yearly.
what clock's on.
That's yearly income.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
In tax cut.
Yeah, a politician only has to.
Corporations that we have today, the airlines, the automotive industry, things like that, where they privatize the profits. The CEOs, the shareholders make the profits, Congress members. But the taxpayers cover the losses. That's what bailouts are, right? All the profits go to the business. But then when the business loses, the taxpayers have to give them a bailout. So they're privatizing losses.
Yeah. What you guys think of that situation with Sean Ryan and Eye Patch McCain? What's his name?
John McCain?
The Texas. No, Eye Patch McCain.
Where does McCain come from? I know who you're talking
It's
about.
a
You're talking
nickname.
about.
It's a joke. It's a
I know,
joke.
but I don't understand how McCain is relevant. You're talking about the SEAL, the Navy SEAL, right?
Yeah. They call him Eye Patch McCain. It's a joke.
Well,
Okay, Chris.
yeah, whoever he is, he's one of the biggest sellouts that the right's ever had.
Right. Did you think about that battle that happened between Sean Ryan and him, where Sean Ryan makes an offhand comment a year ago about where did this guy get all this money working as a congressman. And then the guy literally threatens him. Well, he didn't literally threaten him. He said, "My boys at 6 were telling me you were talking about me." And the implication there is SEAL Team 6, the most they're like Delta Force. They're tier 1 operators, and they do assassinations. And it was a threat, is what it was. But then he played it off like he was stupid. No, he wasn't even in SEAL Team 6. He was in SEAL Team 3, So, what do you think about him calling him out and the backlash for that? The backlash he gave him?
I don't know anything about it. We can check. We can check it after this video.
No, I thought you guys were paying. Okay, no worries.
To the wealthiest Americans. Just guess what the average billionaire is going to get in terms of tax cuts from that bill.
I'm not sure.
$110,000. Again, our money, our tax dollars are.
That's how much I make in a year.
110,000 on billions of dollars. According to the Policy Center, the top 1% are those making $5,184,000 or more per year will save $286,000. Middle earners or those earning between $66,000 to $119,000 will save $1,700. Basically the same percentage. Either way, what is the government going to do with those taxes? Piss them away. So what does it matter? Nothing. At least the billionaires will spend it on jobs, primarily.
Well, maybe it's they write so much off on their taxes anyway. They have so many built-in tax groups because the guys that wrote these laws were working for billionaires until they became billionaires, right? So they built in all these safeguards. So whenever they do a tax increase crap, all that does is affect the rest of us. It never touches them because it's
it only helps it only helps the billionaires. Anytime there's a tax increase, no matter who they say it's for, it is for you, the middle class, not for anybody else. And the thing is, even if a billionaire is spending his money solely on yachts and private jets, he's still creating jobs with that money. Somebody's got to build those jets. Somebody's got to build those yachts. And in fact, that money is now directly going to that.
It takes an entire crew to run a yacht.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that literally live on these yachts for years on end.
It costs about $1 million to $2 million, either for a private jet or for a private yacht, to operate them, whether you use it or not, just as yearly upkeep and maintenance.
Yeah, you have to maintain it and all of that,
Those are salaries being paid, mechanics, pilots, things like that. Anyway.
Going to those billionaires who don't need it. Guess what we're going to get, regular people, what we're going to get from that bill?
Not sure.
A little over $1,000.
Okay, yeah.
To me, that feels wildly unfair.
Over.
And it prevents all of us from being able to start that new business.
He just played off of his ignorance.
It keeps us from being able to support our families.
Yeah, that's why he asked that question, so he could see how much he knew.
And in college and
so he
in the
knew how much he could lie.
That is how this rich system prevents us from achieving our potential as a country.
All right, pause. You've been voted out by majority. Please return to
Great job, Tari.
That guy with the white shoes, you can just barely see him. He's so tired of his shit.
Hi.
Hi.
Tess.
All right. You've been waiting for her.
I'm going to be straightforward honest with you.
Yeah, please.
I agree with a lot of your stance. I am also, my family are income household. We are in that top 3%, not 1.
Yeah.
That being said, do I wish? I'm sure I'm not the only one out there.
Yeah.
Me and my family, we're not opposed to being the people who say, you tax us more.
Yeah.
We're okay with that. Because everybody around me, everybody I know, they're going, paycheck to paycheck, single parent. There's not many people we know that are as blessed as us.
Yeah.
That said, is it top to bottom that's the problem, or is it left to right? Because when you look at what's going on, I do think that there is a portion of greed that is effective in the billionaires' minds or the top 1%. But I think there's a lot of left and right when it comes into it, especially when you look at the industry that it plays into, whether it's oil or housing or whatnot. So I disagree that it's not entirely top bottom. I think it's a good portion of it plays into left and right.
So here's what I want to.
So what she's saying is conservatives are, and she doesn't care if you tax them more because the husband is the one that makes the money.
Voices on all sides to provoke our outrage,
right?
Because that gets more clicks. And that makes them more money.
It's basically taking a shot at Elon Musk.
Anger sells, fear sells, hate sells. These platforms designed by those billionaires, these platforms appeal to our worst demons instead of our better angels. These billionaires are engineering our emotions so they can profit off of our pain. They are selling us conflict and calling it community. These platforms don't incentivize us doing what we're doing here, which is listening to each other and finding common ground.
There
These
are
platforms
evil poor
want us
people
at each
too.
other's throats because those billionaires benefit. Whether you're in the top 3%, whether you're in the bottom 3%, we have a lot more in common with each other than we do with those billionaires.
Absolutely.
And so they want us focused on how we're different. There's definitely a progressive
Your party did that, you lying sack of crap.
Happening since the beginning of time. It's healthy. It's good. I'm worried about how these platforms, they divide us further apart so that we can't find that common ground anymore, and it's corrosive to our politics.
Well, if you're elected senator, what are you going to try and implement and pass in order to make sure that this divide is eliminated?
Yeah.
Because this divide is kind of tearing all of us apart.
It is. One, I want to be very honest with you. One candidate, one senator is not going to fix this.
Oh, absolutely.
This is
There
going
you
to be
go.
fixed by
You elect me
and
to
the
office,
people
I
around
won't
this
do
room.
anything.
Hopefully,
It's not my fault. I'm
running
just
and
one
supporting
guy.
candidates who align with this purpose. But to answer your question directly about what I would want to do if I got in there, I've served for 4 terms in the state house. I've been
That's not
fighting these
answering the
billionaires
question
in the
directly.
trenches
You're talking about
of the Texas
nonsense.
legislature, and
I've
I've
been
been
in the
bringing
trenches.
together Democrats and Republicans to do that. I had a bill that I filed a few sessions ago. It was actually a Bernie Sanders idea to bring cheap prescription drugs from Canada to Texas because Canadians pay half of what we pay because Big
Trump
Pharma
already did
controls
it.
our
They
healthcare
pay
system.
90%
Yeah.
in taxes. That's why, and because we
But a friend of
subsidize
mine in the
the
Freedom
world's
Caucus,
medicine.
a far-right
Yeah,
Republican from
Trump
Wichita
made
Falls,
sure that we're all
called
going
me
to
up,
pay the
and he was
same
like, "I really
price
like
that
your bill
everyone else
because I
pays
believe in
now.
free markets and Big Pharma
I haven't
distorts
checked
the
to
free
see
market."
if any of
So
my
he and I
prescriptions have
got that bill
lowered.
passed to the Texas House,
Okay.
through the Texas Senate, and we got it signed by the governor. It is now law in the state of Texas. We're going to start importing those drugs and saving lives. So that's an example of bringing people together
Yeah, you
across
guys
a
already import lots of
progressive and
drugs.
conservative spectrum to take power away from Big Pharma and help all Texans, regardless
You know,
of
if we
your
imported-
party, regardless of your
We're
race.
we
gonna
imported
take
the drugs
power
from
away
Mexico,
Big
they'd be even
Pharma
cheaper.
unless there's
That's what
a
I'm going to try to do
disease
as
that
U.S.
comes
Senator.
around
I
that
want to focus on
only
prescription drugs. I want to
0.9%
focus on
of the
housing.
population.
I want to focus on childcare, all things I've worked on here. I'll just tell you, we're not going to make progress
Empower
on any of those
Texans.
issues
That's
until we
another
get the
free floating
corruption out
signifier.
of
What
our
does it mean to
politics.
empower?
And so I want to, the first bill I want to file, the first bill I hopefully can vote on, is comprehensive political reform to limit big money, to end things like gerrymandering, so that we can have a government that's responsive to us and not really.
But when you say comprehensive government reform,
Yeah.
specifically,
Yeah, banning super PACs.
The amount
This
of
is
people that
the
have
biggest
asked
loophole.
Every
in our
time
campaign
Democrats
finance. I also
gerrymander,
think we have
it's
to lower
completely fine. But
candidate
when the
finance
Republicans
contribution
do
limits.
it, it's racist.
We do have limits at the state, at the federal level.
Yeah,
we don't
and
have
they
them
do
here in
it.
Texas. I filed
The
a bill.
Democrats do it. That's why they break us up into racial identities, and then they put all those identities into one area, or they gerrymander it so it's in one area.
Yep.
And then they tell them we need to, like, in the first part of this, he talked to a black guy who was talking about empowering the black community and doing things for the black community. That was his big question. And that's
You mean the
the
not
that's how
racist
they
black
do
guy?
it. Huh?
You mean the not racist black guy?
Oh, he started out sounding like a black Hebrew Israelite.
He did. He did. He had.
But
both
I
of us
think he
fooled.
was nervous. He might have just been nervous because he went on to say about foundational white Americans too. Like he threw us in.
He
at
was
the
using
end.
that foundational black language, and so Alan was basically calling him racist. And I was like, "Well, give him a chance. It's only been like 30 seconds."
I know.
And then the
This
second
is
I
the
hit
one
play,
time
he's like,
Chris was
"Foundational
right
black
about anything,
and white."
he's never gonna.
It was just really funny. It was perfect. But yeah, no, I mean you're exactly right as far as this is
Yeah, it's
concerned.
just
And remember he talked about last night how his district was gerrymandered, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like we said last night, the courts ruled that not only was the redistricting legal, but that it actually creates a representative right now. And he was saying last night that his district was gerrymandered to eliminate him, basically. Except when the Democrats took that to court, because the Republicans this is what the whole redistricting with California was going to make all their districts blue to get back at Texas for redistricting, even though that's standard process, that's how it works. But the courts ruled when Texas did that oh, they're just making them all white so that black people don't have a vote.
Okay, so was this the? Because I remember we were talking about getting things ready for a headline hangout episode. I told you about the district courts that ruled on the Texas redistricting, and the district court ruled that the Republicans were racist.
Right.
But it was supposed to go to the Supreme Court. Is this the final decision of that?
I believe so. It was the Texas Supreme Court, which is that would be the final say, I believe. I don't think it can go to the federal because it's a state issue. So I believe the Texas Supreme Court would be the final authority on that.
Huh. Because that whole ruling was just so fishy.
Of course
I didn't bring it up on the headline hangout because it was so out of my league. It told that it was racist because the new district was going to be a Republican Hispanic district.
That's all it was about.
And, historically, 5 or 8 years, whatever, you can see that Hispanics have been voting more Republican.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense that we give them a Republican district because they are voting more Republican. But because they historically voted Democrat, it's racist that we gave them a Republican Hispanic district.
Well, election. And it's kind of irrelevant because you don't know what it's going to be in the next election. The same people still get the same say.
You still don't even know.
The same people get the same say. It's just based on what they voted last time. So it's a meaningless. It's really a meaningless.
They
meaningless
took away
thing to
a
look
white district and made a new Hispanic one, but it was racist because it was a Republic Hispanic district.
That's because their words don't even mean anything.
The districts
they've never cared about.
I
race.
literally was watching an Andrew. I was like,
how would you? So I want to ask you guys each individually. Alan, we'll start with you. If you were going to set a hard and fast rule for making redistricting as fair as possible, what rule would you? What would you say the rule would be? If you want to go to Austin first, we can.
Yeah, go to Austin first.
I say that we make all the districts as Republican as possible, and that makes it fair.
Good call. I think what you should do is based on the demographics of that state, whatever the makeup of that state is, every district should reflect that as closely as possible and just divide them up evenly so that they all reflect that state demographic as closely. 8% of people are Republican. And so in California, it probably wouldn't be all Republican, but it would be a lot more. You would actually have the 2 senators would be Republican. The only reason this started in the first place was because Democrats needed a way to finagle it because they only have major cities. That's it.
It's funny how much they argue for democracy. Oh, Trump's going to destroy the democratic process and blah, blah, blah. But then when you actually look at it, democracy hasn't been winning. There are so many states that have maybe not majority Republican, but have a 30%, 40% Republican base, and all the districts are Democrat.
To 50% Republican. And but it's only Democrat states that are like that, where there's 40% Republicans or more, and it's all blue. There are no red states where there is no Democrat representation. But there are 9.
It's about
I think
time we quit playing by the rules. I get it.
I disagree.
That's a bad word.
I disagree
I'm sorry,
completely.
I used a bad word.
It's a naughty word.
What we need to do is stop letting
me.
them. What we need to do is stop letting them go around the rules. But if we don't play by the rules, then there are no rules. Why have the rules in the first
I'm getting
place?
tired of it. I'm just getting tired of it. It makes us seem like we're squishy. Like we'll just take anything and we'll roll with the punches or whatever, but then we just get screwed. Then they tell us that our kids have to be trans and that we have to teach our kids. But if I say just put the 10 commandments up in the classroom, it burn the city down type of.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying.
Move on before I start yelling.
Probably.
Well, no, like Austin's saying, we're both playing chess, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we decide that we're going to play each piece as the rules go, but we're still playing by the original rules, right?
I have the
perfect video for that.
When our opponents are not playing by the rules, but all we do is play by the rules.
Yeah, and that's somebody take advantage. Yeah.
Hang on one sec, because I have the perfect video that demonstrates Alan's porn. Don't read it out loud or it's going to ruin the joke. Just hang on a second.
Oh. Google.
Wait. Google, I saw your history.
No, I'm not
Big
on
Booty
Google.
Black Guys 4. Oh, dude.
Dang it.
What are you watching?
I had to go to Google because it wasn't showing up on, what's it called? It's not showing up here either. Whatever. It was a Trailer Park Boys video, and Corey and Ricky are playing chess, and he starts moving the horse all around, and Corey's like, I think it moves in an H or something like that. He's like, it's a fucking horse. It does whatever the hell it wants to.
Yeah. No, that's kind of the attitude, though. I love chess.
I used to, when I used to be in the orphanage, we used to play chess all day. We had nothing better to do.
That sounds like a joke, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
My stepson is, he is an absolute genius at chess. I had to learn how to play chess better.
What's that guy's name?
All the time.
Magnuson?
Yeah, Magnus Opus or whatever.
Magnus Opus. Isn't that like the head chess player or whatever?
That's my Magnus. So anyway, Austin's from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
and he's trying. He's trying. Okay.
Yep. I got.
And I don't want to hear anything bad about him.
Mm-hmm. As long as you're doing your best and truly what is best,
right?
You can't knock anyone for doing truly what is their best.
Yeah. Someone's like, I'm going to be the best trans converter ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to convert so many kids.
That's the only advice my dad gave me, my birth father gave me, that was worth anything, was as long as you were doing your best at what you were doing, then that is a good thing. He said it doesn't matter if you're a stripper, a drug dealer, a bank robber, as long as you were the best bank robber, the best stripper, the best drug dealer, then at least you've made something with your life.
My stepdad always told me, if you're going to rob a fucking place, don't rob a gas station for $46.
Yeah.
Your search did not match any documents.
Yeah. But
my dad told me that
get out of here.
Jesus loves me. So it's the best
my dad never
thing he
said
told. I'll say it to you, bud. Jesus loves you.
Why do I have no sound? What the hell's going on?
I don't know that. I almost have to pee again.
Hang on. Let me play this video and I'll give us a break here.
No.
All right. Here we go.
It's it right there. There you go.
Shut up.
Come on, Dad.
Why is it muted again?
There's this guy at my work that refuses how to use a keyboard.
And why are you talking right when
He's
it starts playing?
He's like 60 years old.
Austin's waiting for you to hit play on the video.
Every time I hit play, it just goes to mute, so I'm trying to play a different one.
Yep.
We're just going to watch it small so it doesn't do that.
I'm surprised all the pieces are black.
Corey, what kind of a fucking horse was moving the shaped legs, all right? It's a horse. It goes wherever the fuck it wants. Unless it's tied up, but you see any ropes here? It's not tied up.
That's how the Democrats play chess.
That's the lap, dude.
I think I watched like 4 or 5 episodes of the Trailer Park Boys with my wife back before we were married.
All right, you can't be on this show. You've never watched all of Trailer Park Boys?
I haven't watched really anything. Okay.
Yeah,
Name
I
a
don't
movie.
like Trailer Park Boys.
Just say a movie.
Lethal Weapon.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Oh, in your fucking face. In your fucking.
It's one of my favorite movies.
All right, let me find some break music real fast, and we'll take a break here. Oh God, way too loud.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, you have.
I like war movies. I like war. I really like
Saving
war.
Private Ryan's a good movie.
And I think that's why I don't like war. Is because I really like it. I feel like if I went to war, I would like it too much, you know?
Oh, is that
where serial killers end up going to war?
Come back with a ring or a necklace of ears kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I think that's the Native American part of me.
I was about to say, you're Native American and German, dude, so you're going to kill a lot of people.
It's a terrible combination.
But systematically. You're going to do it very systematically. You're going to go, one guy, and then I'm going to take his ears, scalp. You got the scalping factory going on.
Yeah, the factory.
All right, let's take a quick break.
Typically built factories.
We'll come back and finish this video.
All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We'll be back in just a minute, guys.
Hey, no one's here. I get to talk about the good things. So you see, year
I hear you, you son of a bitch.
That's the year of deporting all the liberals.
Why do you hate
if you
liberals
elect
so
me
much?
as president in, what would that be? If you elect me as president in, let's see, 2036, I will make sure that any self-proclaimed socialist, communist, or liberal is deported.
What about Iranian?
I'm gonna be nice about it. I will give them a list of socialist, communist countries to choose from that they would rather prefer to be deported to. But they will be deported if you elect me as president.
Can you hear me?
And I will make
Yeah, we
sure
can hear you.
no one pays taxes. No one pays taxes because taxes are evil and taxes are tyranny.
I vote for Austin.
Okay.
Are you just giving a
Thank you.
presidential pitch, or?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh, we need to take a break until you and I walked away, and then he hopped back on and was like, I want to run for president. He's like, yeah, my show.
If I ever become president, America will prosper more than we ever. So we're going to deport all the liberals to like Russia or something. And then, and especially the LGBT people, definitely getting deported to Iran or Saudi Arabia. But then I will invade Canada. Canada will be ours.
I like it. Why would you want Canada, though, except for Saskatchewan?
I think the entire continent of America, of North America, should be a part of the USA.
But
So
then
we'll
they'd
start with
have to be our
Canada because it'll be
citizens.
easy. It's a nation of pussies. They'll roll over immediately. Then,
Yeah, that's true.
with this newfound oil that they haven't been drilling and refining for years now because of liberal ideology, we will then be able to use that to invade Mexico. And hopefully Trump does a good job at softening that up for me. And we'll be able to roll straight into Mexico and take what Texas should have back in the 1870s. And we'll make our way down to Central America. And especially
What if they don't
Trump
want
can
to?
secure the Panama Canal.
Is your mic off? I mean, is your earbuds off?
What?
Or can you hear me, bud?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So
Austin's
anyways,
just on
we're
a
going to
rant.
take
Oh my
Central
gosh,
America
you just
next.
fucking over me.
And then we're going to keep pushing south into South America. And after we get to South America,
You're gonna stop
Antarctica
talking?
will become a part of. I know everyone says there's some like world treaty. Antarctica is for no one, it's for everyone. Antarctica is for America. God gave us this land, and it's ours. And we will
Sounds
continue.
like we needed to Port Austin. That's what I'm thinking.
He
You
sounds
can't
like a
deport me,
dangerous
I'm Native
radical to
American.
me.
I'm native to this
Oh,
land.
he can hear me. Okay.
There is no such
There
thing
we
as
go.
Native American, bud.
Yeah, there it is.
There is no such thing as Native American.
No.
Shut up.
There are.
It doesn't exist. There's American.
What do you guys call you? You were part of the.
I'll give the.
The funny thing about my tribe is they're from the panhandle of Florida. And
Really?
before the Trail of Tears, before the Revolution,
They're still
my
crying
tribe
about it.
sided with the British.
Get the hell. You can get the F out of this country, then, you turncoat bastard.
You
But
sided?
now they just do a bunch of nothing.
Now they do a lot of methamphetamine.
They just drink the. They just drink the spicy water.
I don't care what everyone says about you, Austin. I think you're all right, but
We will become the empire of the world.
I don't think this is the same.
Have you guys noticed that on the right? Have you guys noticed that thing on the right where now they're just like, hey, we're an empire. We're an empire. There's a big push to keep calling us an empire, and that's only been in the last 2 weeks. And then saying that we've always been an empire. What do you guys think of that?
I don't know. I've,
They're
kind
like,
of
yeah,
always
we
thought
were
of it that- I've always been an expansionist. I don't know why we stopped. I haven't got that far in my
because-
history book.
1776. Well, put it away, read it
There
another
was
year.
1776, and then there was the Louisiana Purchase, and then
Oh, you got that far. Okay.
mm-hmm.
I didn't realize you got that
the
far.
last state was Hawaii,
What?
and that was
Was it-
before I was born. That was like in my grandparents' age.
How far in time frame did we get Alaska and Hawaii? Which came
Wasn't it
first?
like the 40s, 50s?
Oh, I thought you read this. I thought you were the.
I haven't got that. I'm in the Western. No, I'm just after the Civil War now. I haven't read my book in a while.
No.
I'll be honest.
You got to the Civil War though. You're like, hey, what it was black people manipulated white people into killing each other, so there'd be less white people. That's what I did hear a guy say that when it was brought up about slavery. He goes, well, white people fought each other to free you. Good. More of them died. I was like, dang.
Our America. Let's see. I am at April 19th, 1898.
By for
We go to war again. On April 19th, 1898, Congress said the United States and Spain are at war.
Whoa.
In Spain?
Commodore George Dewey and his ships were in the harbor of Hong Kong, China. Dewey was ordered to the Philippine Islands, where Spain had some colonies, to take care of a Spanish fleet. On May 1st, the day that Hitler died, he found the Spaniards in the harbor of Manila and sank all their ships.
Don't tell Nick Fuentes that. He's going to be very upset. Hitler's dead.
What do you mean he's dead?
You see him like changing his whole rhetoric. He takes his hat off or whatever. Oh man, now I got to get this tattoo removed.
Guess I'll have to start celebrating Mao. Yeah, I got bad news about
Look
Mao
how
too.
beautiful this book is. Why don't they make books like this anymore?
I know, right? That's from the
It's so full of color.
That's from the multi-step printing process.
Yeah, this is basically this chapter. I think is basically post Civil War.
I'm gonna play this video just for people watching,
need to
so
get
they
to
got
reading
something
this
to watch.
again, though.
This is absolutely incredible.
I only have like 1% of the 1% left of this book, so
You only have the 1%
That's
left.
pretty amazing.
The progressive era. The
let's
downfall of
see.
the United States, as I would call it.
Alaska was in the Union in 1958, and then Hawaii was in 19.
Yeah, guys. Woo, I'm hungry. We're just eating high on the hog tonight.
What the hell? Are you eating
Arizona,
Pac-Man?
Mexico.
It's bologna.
I wasn't looking. Ooh, fried bologna.
It's quite
Dude,
pink.
the redneck gets it.
Yeah, dude.
Of course
the
the
best thing
redneck
I
gets
ever
it.
did.
I'm not poor.
I went to Walmart.
You will.
I'm not the
and
resident poor.
I was gonna buy something to smoke, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So then I saw this thing of bologna.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, and I pulled it out of the cooler. And then a lady walked up to me, and she was like, "Do you want to buy that?" And I was like, I looked at the price, and it said $8. And I was like, "Yeah, I want to buy this." And so then she rang it up and put a sticker on it. And so then I went, about the rest of my shopping. And then I got to the
this is such a good story. What happened next?
checkout, and I scanned it, and it said like $50, and I was like, "What?" And it was $8 a pound. But anyways, I paid for it and took it home, and I smoked the bologna. It was the best thing ever. Smoked bologna.
You're like, it was $50 a pound. They're like, dang, they know we don't know math. Oh man. What math?
I gotta finish this book though. Our America.
This is America.
Knock it
This
off, or
is
you're gonna get
America.
Alan holding his propaganda book back up.
Oh crap! I gotta go in the other room.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
Of liberty.
Hang on. Where's that
I
dang
gotta
book?
find my favorite page.
Your favorite page?
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Edward Bernays, the socialist.
He's not. He's actually the nephew of Sigmund Freud. I found out.
This is Alan's favorite page.
Yeah, he's pretty
The
socialist.
Carolinas are settled.
Dang right, dude. I love the Carolinas, dude. I love my heritage
I've
here.
never been. I gotta come sometime.
You got to come out, dude. It's awesome here. We got drinking and we got methamphetamine. Everything you got at home. You know.
Maybe we should let more
You have trailer
Mexicans
parks?
into the country.
We got a lot of trade. You like trailer parks? You're in for a treat, bud.
Guys. Oh, Jesus. Gentlemen. Bet that's the first time either of you have ever heard that before. Look at this video. I called you both gentlemen.
Oh, your mom says that all the time to both of us.
I think that I think the Mexicans might be onto something, and we should probably let a few more of them into the country.
Uh-oh.
Check out this video.
He's going squirrely.
I found it. The flags.
Oh, you said
all the important flags. It's got the Gadsden flag and the Pinewood flag.
That's
awesome.
Sexist, guys.
And Appeal to Heaven. I need to get, well, I want to get
Austin's just
a
talking
Pinewood
about
flag,
whatever,
but
so.
I'd put it up over there where it's not on camera.
Oh no, you
Why
didn't
you
get
guys
it in the
so-
shot? Why don't you put a mirror up so that way you can see the rest of it?
Yeah.
What's a mirror?
He's been talking to himself so long he can't even hear now.
Huh?
Anyways, I'll put this down and pay attention to whatever Chris has for us, I guess.
No. Let's hear more about the book.
It's an amazing book. They haven't made books like this since.
What was the best thing about the book, though?
Since 1961.
Wow. It's amazing.
The best part of the book is that it tells the history of our country.
No way.
Without any flack or whatever.
Hey, how do you guys
Did you know
feel
the
about...
Italians are who brought slaves to America for the tobacco trade?
That's why we didn't like them in the first place. They're like, look what you left us with.
So, I
look
seen
what you did to this country.
I seen a Albertan Canadian the other day asking if we would be willing to take them as refugees because they'll assimilate and Canada's lost to the CCP, I guess.
Sure they will.
What do you think about that? Should we allow Canadian refugees because they destroyed their country?
I mean, if they get to stay in Washington, then yeah.
No. Austin?
Oh, well.
Are you going to take Canadians?
Yeah. Well, I think we should take Canada.
See, he's been saying this. You gotta pay attention.
See, my answer is no. Like, you're not willing to stand up for your own country. Why the hell would we take you in ours? Second, if we take Canada, that's fine, but we got to get rid of the Canadians first. Send them to Mexico or something. Deport them to that jail in Guatemala.
You remember the part of my presidential address was that we would deport all socialists and communists and liberals.
That's true. You did
so
say
we'll
that.
take Canada, but then we'll send all the liberals and communists somewhere else. So we don't have to worry about that.
That works.
It'll be a very simple test you have to take to prove if you're a conservative or not, and it's foolproof. You can't, we'll have you hooked up to a lie detector and all the other fancy stuff.
Those are totally inaccurate. You have to show them a picture of what's a good picture to show somebody, and if they have a visceral reaction to it, what's a good one, guys? You're gone. Okay?
No, if they do applaud, they're gone.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, I've been the undercover leftist for a long time. It's hard to...
So, undercover leftist, maybe you can answer this for me. I found this post on X.
Oh, good.
And it says, one of the reasons the U.S. ruling class has been so hostile to universal health care is because they've adopted the tying of health care to employment as a key disciplinary tool to keep the working class in line. You either join the labor market or you try to climb the ladder.
I like where they're going with this, but
who was it?
This requires the thinking of an OklaHOman.
Who was it that required employers provide health care?
Well, that was obviously
Bilbo Baggins.
The answer is these idiots. The same idiots.
Wow.
They are the ones that demanded your employer provide health care.
Ronald Reagan.
Austin, we're too slow
Ronald
for
Reagan
him.
did that.
Ronald Reagan.
And then George Bush Sr. pushed it more, and George Bush Jr. finalized it.
Is that right? Did you just grok that sheet?
Yeah. Bill Clinton did none of it.
Yeah, that was straight facts he's spitting.
Did you guys look? I got little flowers in my.
Wow.
Oh.
I got a new video for you guys.
I like a deer. Like I'm like a deer.
You're like a deer.
Not ice. That's not an immigration issue.
Stop following me around.
Oh.
That's all I can do is tell you. I already shot. Listen, first of all, I'm not doing that, but I'm kind.
She asked for press credentials.
Yeah, no. I really appreciate what you guys are doing.
These guys are such
morons. Talk about asking for papers.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes, he was here yesterday. I can testify that. I didn't recognize him.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not here to help you.
No, I understand.
He's trying to bend the knee.
With all due respect, everybody.
Well, you can. You go rent something else.
You can go rent something else.
They're gonna break his crap.
That's all it is. That's exactly what it is. She literally said, you can go rent something else. So it's not even good enough that he pulled over, showed them his press credentials, showed them he has nothing in the back to arrest anybody. You should go rent something else, or you can go rent something else. There's a follow-up. There's a follow-up, and I believe it's the same guy based on the white Suburban, the fact he said he's press. He's now driving around with that on the back of his car. And it literally says, by the way, whichever press crew this is, you need to find a more official looking way to tell us, or even just pull over and show us your credentials when you get a tail. We followed you for 20 minutes because you were acting exactly like ICE does. This person said, a reminder that 90% of Antifa simply wants to be the bullies themselves.
Or this car isn't black, I swear. I didn't steal it.
He said there's no principled opposition to their actions. They just want to be the ones doing the kicking. Which is partially true, right? They're just cosplaying. They want to be the ones in charge. They want to tell everybody what to do, and they don't get to.
Yeah.
Did you forget you put a sweatshirt on? There you go. Oh, he was trying to show off his shirt, but I think he forgot he put a sweatshirt on because he's like, check it out, and then realized it wasn't. Who is Cabrera?
I can't see him with the stream open. Hang on.
Why are you wearing another dude's last name on your shirt?
What?
Who is Cabrera?
Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah, he's the guy that impregnated your mom and gave birth to you.
He what?
What?
He's immune from deportation. Miguel Cabrera, the best baseball player to ever live.
I mean, if you like Detroit, I guess. Oh, I see. You're a Detroit Lions fan?
Tigers.
I knew this. I mean, a Tigers fan. I knew this, but I tried to put it out of my head. You know, that's got to be a lot of heartbreak. That's got to be a lot of heartbreak for a long time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm a Dodgers fan, and I was a Dodgers fan when they sucked. Now you're starting to see like LA on everybody's hat, and you're like, where are you from? They're like, I'm from Florida. And you're like, you.
No, they're usually like, I'm from Venezuela.
Venezuela. Sounds like a gay nightclub. Let's go to Venezuela.
See, now I have that friend who is really into Nick Fuentes. I told him, since Nick Fuentes is half Latino, that half of him has to be deported.
False.
Which
He's
half?
only a quarter Latino. He says it a lot.
Okay, which quarter?
Well, his mom is
That's not what I meant. I don't give a crap.
His mom's half. His mom's half Latino. I saw him break this down.
It's weird that he's a white supremacist. When
How
he's
has
not
this show devolved into
white.
talking about Nick Fuentes' parents?
Because we're going with the flow of conversation, Sonny Jim.
I couldn't give less of a shit about Nick Fuentes.
I think
or what
Nick
his
Fuentes
ethnicity
goes to bed every night just laughing at how many idiots he has brainwashed into thinking that he has an opinion worth listening to.
See, I don't. I think he is one of those idiots. Like, I think he genuinely believes that he's onto something.
His ideology is so weird. Okay, so he talks about world Jewry
By
all
that
the
you
time,
mean
right?
inconsistent.
He talks about world Jewry all the time. He talks about the Indians coming in, right? And he doesn't want Indians here. And then what was interesting was he said he would primary Vivek Ramaswamy and vote for a Jewish Democrat if it helped get rid of Vivek Ramaswamy because he doesn't like Vivek. And then he said that he would support Zoran Mamdani, who is an Indian, ethnically Indian, Pakistanis are just Indians, an ethnically Indian Muslim guy, if it would get rid of the Jews in New York, like if he could get rid of the Jewry out of the government in New York. He just holds these two thoughts. He's like a communist. They have that dialectic, and they just hold two thoughts in their head at the same time.
See, this is exactly why conservatives shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Conservatives shouldn't be allowed to vote. Conservatives should have no say in how this country runs. America, the United States of America, is a progressive country. America is crying out. She is dying to break from the shackles of the white man and progress. America deserves better, and so do Americans. Every single person in this country deserves better. And with the conservatives, they want to take us back to 1950. Where men had all the power and all the control.
Yeah,
1776.
That is not what the United States of America is meant for.
You want to be actively fighting a revolution?
Everyone in this country should be thriving. Every single fucking person. Conservative.
Yeah, keep progressing and see how that works out.
I don't like that, dude. She said a no word.
What is that?
That's what I was about to find out, because those eyeballs right there
When's
are
the
about
last
to
time
kill
you
a man.
slept? Look, dilate. Is that?
Those eyeballs are about to kill a man.
She's just using drugs, dude.
Yeah, those are some serious drugs.
And for those of you celebrating the Supreme Court's ruling of what a woman is, what's going to happen when you, a cis woman, get stopped by police because they believe you're trans?
Nothing.
I'm not trans officer, here's my identification. Oh, I don't believe you. You look trans to me. So what can he do then? He can touch you. He can look at you.
Who is ever fucking
look
said
at
that?
you
Ever.
to show him, to expose
Okay,
yourself.
yeah,
But
it's
if you
drugs.
don't, he can put you in jail. Who the fuck does that protect? Because it's certainly not women. And for those of you celebrating the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court, guys.
These are the people. These are the people that are
I
running
bet
our
she's
country somehow.
really fun for a night.
Look at that.
What if you find a little thing?
You see the
what if you
comment?
find something there, Austin? I don't want to give you a flashback to your.
Yeah. We got to get rid of these billionaires and stuff. So the mayonnaise is over there, and the ham's in the bottom drawer. Bread's in the cabinet. See, we need to force marriage on more women.
You speaking
That's a good
facts,
idea.
dude.
That's a good idea.
You dirty misogynist.
Just force it in. Do we want to watch a kid throwing a tantrum? Oh, wait. Oh, AI generated, apparently. Never mind.
Are we gonna finish the Jubilee video? Or are we gonna save
When
that
you
for
guys,
tomorrow?
whenever you guys are ready to come back together.
I'm having fun just shooting the shit with you guys.
Yeah, but we do need to finish the.
Let's look up crime
We kind of
statistics.
said we were gonna do it. There's only like what 12 minutes
You
left here.
promise?
I can't even hear Chris.
It's funny because Chris is like very professional about the podcast, and he's like, "We're all talking." And then he brings us on, who are just the worst.
How long have we watched this video today?
I think we spent 10 minutes
We've
on
made it like 20
About
minutes.
22 minutes.
Yeah, not
How
far.
long have we been live?
We started right. Hold on, let me fix it so the audience can see it. We started right here.
Yeah, so about 20 minutes or so. We've been live for like an hour and a half.
Not even 20 minutes, dude. It started in hour 8. We're only at an hour 23. But we only have 14 minutes to go. A little under 14 minutes. Actually, 13 minutes.
Lock in.
Then we can do whatever. I don't
Taxes.
care.
But even those limits at the federal level, they're way too high, and they are porous. There are so many loopholes, so many ways to get around them. We've got to tighten up this system.
Loophole
so
just
we can
means
actually
legal.
have a political
Then
system
what are the Democrats
that
going to do if
responds
there's no
to people
loopholes?
and not billionaires. And then I want to go further on
They want the
ethics and
loopholes. They just
transparency.
want them to
I
say
don't think
Democrats only.
Lawmakers in our nation's capital should be buying and selling stocks, especially engaging in the insider trading, which we've seen in both political parties.
Yes.
We got to end that. We got to put an outright ban on that. These are just some of my ideas, but I'm very open to others.
All right, pause.
Oh,
Sorry.
man. Sorry.
He's open to other ideas.
He said, oh, man.
You have to come back.
He's like, oh, shoot. The woman drilling down on me has to leave. Who's it going to be?
Hey.
I think that black guy got up for it.
I
Said
do agree
no.
with a lot of things that you said earlier. As a man of faith, I feel like your heart is in the right place as well with a lot of things.
I feel like you're
I would say
stereotyping
my
him.
only issue is we kind of talked about how using the billionaires' money that they're using, basically how they're avoiding taxes, avoiding paying money for all these things, and how people could potentially use that exact same money to start a business. My only issue with that is how many people nowadays are getting educated on how to start a business.
Yep.
And that's a
It's
very
such a
huge
dumb
issue.
question,
So,
dude.
okay, we can also
The
say
money would
is
never
a problem.
go
I
to
don't
that
think
in the
that's
first
necessarily
place
what
because it
is.
never gets
And
out of the
also,
government's hands.
I would love to be very wrong about this because I am very passionate about teachers being very underpaid.
Look at the racist from
and you're a
OklaHOman.
teacher, so I have a lot of respect just
sure
there in itself. But I think you would agree as well that you even taking the step to leave that job and to now run for Senate, that's also
Kinda
taking a
gay.
risk. And there's people that
Is that a
are
long barrel?
business owners that are obviously making a lot of money, and
Who
either
still
way,
has a
they're going to find a way
16-inch barrel?
to avoid those taxes
Oh, okay,
regardless.
it's not. Never
So,
mind.
but wouldn't you agree that you leaving
Whenever
that
you-
safe, secure job to run for Senate,
The
that's taking a
barrel's only
risk,
this
therefore,
long.
if you were
What
now
is it?
successful,
Oh, you got a
kinda
pea
deserve
shooter.
Is that
extra
13?
compensation for that. Would you agree?
Oh, I'm all for success.
Um,
I'm not trying
sure.
to demonize success.
Right.
Guess
It's
what?
probably
Is
in the
that
same
a,
years.
is that again you take out small rodent
Just
twist?
take a wild guess.
A wild guess.
Mhm.
I don't have a wild guess.
It was 90%.
Okay.
90% of baby boomers made more money than their parents did.
That's
They
his
lived
bird
the
gun.
American dream. It was a reality for
Why
most
you,
people.
why
in
you
that
10-round
generation.
Meg?
Guess what that
You
number
are doing
is
us
for
a
millennials
disservice
like
as one of the few Americans that can
Noted.
still own more than
50%.
10-round
A
rounds.
2016 study
Gen
by
Z.
professors at
The American
Harvard.
dream
I
is
can
out of
read
reach.
it.
Well,
Increasing.
Yeah, go
pay
back.
attention.
Reader.
You're messing up.
50%.
If you guys weren't talking,
90% of baby boomers.
I
got
went
more
back.
money than their
Shut
parents
up.
did. They
Or you're
lived
gonna
the
miss it
American
again.
dream. It was a reality.
there you go.
A 2016 study by professors at Harvard, Stanford, and UC Berkeley found that 90% of those born in 1940 made more than their parents. Only 50% of those born in the 1980s were able to replicate the growth.
So what?
Well, they should just take Viagra.
So what? That means their parents did better. We're not always going to do better, you know, twice as good or whatever. As long as we're doing better, no matter how much it is, it's good.
Yeah, it might have something to do with the fact that the boomers, like, they subsidize the lifestyle of drug addicts?
Or
I think it has to do with the
or it has
fact
something
that
to do with they
Go ahead.
don't spend money. Boomers are notorious for like stockpiling their cash. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and it has to do that they were raised by very disciplined parents, and then didn't
Good
raise
point.
their
You got
kids the
anybody
same.
that lived through the Great Depression is going to have a different attitude on, you know.
Yeah, but then they didn't
Yeah, you
raise
ever
their
met one of
kids the
those
same.
people?
I did. My grandpa.
Mm-hmm. My high school girlfriend's grandma lived through the Depression. She was a crazy woman.
I thought you were about to say my high school girlfriend.
He hasn't dated.
I know
Don't
you
worry.
like them
Hey,
old,
Alan.
Austin.
Alan, don't worry. He hasn't dated anybody that young since high school. All right.
Fair enough.
I dated a 16-year-old one. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh my god!
The hell?
Wow. Where are we hanging them, Chris? Where are we gonna hang them?
Austin, you got any
Did you
trees
say
in
you
your
were
yard?
live on YouTube?
Yeah. Well, we were.
Oh. I took the magazine out. Now you're banned.
You
Really?
son of a. Yeah, you can't disassemble a firearm.
Can you
That
reassemble it?
I don't know about that. What's his face? He unloads and loads the magazine all the time. Like Demolition Ranch or Kentucky Ballistics.
So the taking the magazine in and out is questionable whether or not that's disassembling a firearm. They basically use that selectively. Anything beyond that is definitely not allowed.
So it's one of those rules they only enforce if they don't like you.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Not the disassembling. They'll do if you disassemble further than that, they will definitely take it out. But the magazine they'll do selectively, basically.
Selective fire?
No.
I'm gonna look how to field strip an M14. See what I...
So, Austin, why does that lever only have 2 positions, not 3?
Uh-oh.
Because we're on YouTube.
You've been caught.
Because we're on YouTube. Pretty soon you're going to hear pounding on Austin's door. ATF!
Oh,
Get
man.
on the ground.
I wish I got my audio working. I had a perfect clip of it, but...
Oh.
But you don't.
You mean this one right
Why
here?
even bring it up?
FBI, open up.
Yeah. Hang on. I got it right here. Let's see. Please tell me I put it under FBI. I did. Okay. Oh, now you got to wait for my drive to wake up. There we go.
Did you play something?
Yeah, I did. Oh.
Yeah, what are we doing here, Chris? What are you up to?
Right, hang on. You'll be able to hear it if I do it this way. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. I have one that doesn't have the awful explosion noise in the background, but that was the first one I found, so I just played that one.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, back to the video. Let's get this over with so we can move on.
For most people in that
Yeah,
generation.
did you see how cool this is? Look what I can do.
No, 50%. It's even lower for Gen Z. The American dream is out of reach.
I'm Gen Z.
For most
Gen
people,
Z
for
hasn't
most
even
young
made their
people
money yet.
in this state and across the country. Right. And that is not because millennials or Gen Z are more lazy
I
or
can
not
make
interested
money.
in succeeding or interested in
because they're not in their
growing and
40s.
thriving. Right. It's because the system is rigged
Yeah, I'm an
against
older
us.
Gen Z.
That system over the last 50
I get
years
away
of
with it.
trickle-down
Yeah,
economics
tell people
has
it's the
just been so
system
heavily
that's keeping
weighted
them down and they'll
toward
never
people
do
at the
anything
top,
in their life.
The billionaires, the mega
Mhm.
donors. And then
That's
they
how
use
we
that
made the
wealth to
black
then
community
break more
prosper.
rules for themselves. I'll give you away their secrets. In the 1980s, they deregulated the
A
banking
good
system.
point. I don't know why I
And it
laughed.
allowed for these big
Very
banks
accurate.
to charge working people, the working poor, overdraft fees. So now you can charge a single mom who's just trying to get by working multiple jobs.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no.
now, because of the
Why is she
pushback and
single mom?
overdraft
What about
fees,
abortion?
almost
And
no
they
bank
profit
charges them.
overwhelmingly from
Not
those fees.
exclusively.
Yeah,
So
you
that's an example
Very
of
well
a
thought.
rule, or I guess a lack of a rule, that allows for the wealthy to profit off of working people and the working poor.
You okay, sweetheart?
These are rules we can change. They're man-made. We had better rules before trickle-down economics. We can get back to that. But it's going to take you and me and all of us coming together across
Still
these
on the
divisions
trickle-down
to take
economics
that
thing.
power back. Because they're not going to
That
give it
was
up.
45
They don't
years
let it
ago.
go. We have more
Trickle
people.
down.
Yes,
We have the majority.
45 years
that
ago.
is because I agree with a lot of things that
Yeah.
you're saying. My only thing is we're talking a lot about money, but
Yeah.
money's not throwing, regardless of if people are getting paid more, that's not going to solve the issue.
Yeah.
The thing is kind of like we were saying earlier, people that are making a lot of money maybe not teaching other people how to basically have the exact same success.
Yes.
So maybe it's not a financial issue. It's like maybe you have a lack of education on how to start that business, how to stop being a teacher. Now you're running for Senate. How many people know how to do that that are teachers right now?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's both, right?
Right, exactly, for sure.
Because, in addition to learning the quadratic equation or reading Shakespeare, you should also learn how the economy works and learn how to manage your money. These are skills that maybe will have more of an impact on your life than whether or not you read Shakespeare. And I think our education system has to take that into account. The problem is here in Texas and across the country, we have billionaires like Tim Dunn and Ferris Wilkes who are trying to close our public schools. We've seen public schools closing at an alarming rate all over Texas in all kinds of communities, including in my own district. Schools are closing because they're being actively defunded by those billionaires who don't believe in giving all of us an opportunity to succeed.
What a load of horse schnit. I don't know why I'm bothering to censor myself since we've been cussing this whole episode. But
Stop. Yeah, don't say the dirty words. Don't say the dirty words.
Billionaires
please.
are
Thank
defunding
you.
our schools. Our schools are more funded than they've ever been. We spend between $15,000 and $20,000 per kid per year. That's $100,000 per 5 students in a classroom. So if a classroom has 20 kids, far less than the average, which is like 25 or 30, that's 20 grand, 20 kids, $400,000 per classroom.
Man, if you believe
they're
that,
well funded.
I gotta. Yeah.
And nobody's removed any funds that I'm aware of from schools. It's always this, whenever Democrats need money for something or to blame a problem, it's always the kids. It's always the health care. They're always taking money from something you need. Or if we need to raise your taxes, it's for the schools. It's for the health care. Really, it's because we spent too much money on illegals. But it's always for the thing you need most.
Everyone, right? That's how you go. It's for the good of everyone that we're doing stuff that directly hurts you. It's for the good. The concept of the greater good is like my favorite concept. If I was a dictator, that would be the concept I would go with. It's for the greater good, guys. Well, so I'm going to have to sleep with your wife. For the greater good.
This says that several billionaires with ties to Texas have been actively involved in pushing for school voucher programs,
which not
critics widely describe as an effort to defund public schools by redirecting taxpayer dollars to private and religious institutions.
The only reason they believe it would redirect funds to private or religious institutions is because they know the public schools suck so much. That's where people would choose to send their kids. The only thing a voucher system does is allow you to send your kid to whatever school you want, instead of being limited to only the public school in your district.
How dare they have a right to choose where their kids go to school? They must go to trans rights.
I'm getting sick of it.
Elementary.
I'm getting sick of it. No, I saw a chart that said people like these wealthy Democrats that argue for public schooling and all that stuff, and you should send your kids to school, and they're so against homeschooling, and it showed a chart across the country, thousands of these pieces of shit, and every single one of them either put their kids in homeschool or they put them in a private school. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
It was beautiful to see.
I think the vast majority of parents these days would homeschool their kid if they could afford it. Either afford it or do it themselves, right? Either afford a private teacher.
All 7.
If you got vouchers, go ahead.
I have 7 nieces and nephews. So they go through the like, it's a Christian school, and they go to like kindergarten or whatever through that. But then they get homeschooled, and their wives, like, family members, the wives, their mom is a stay-at-home mom and raises them. They have great bonds with their kids. Their kids are well-mannered. They're super smart. They're very interested in the world, and it's a gosh to me.
If
none of them have had any disciplinary, like getting in trouble with the law, doing drugs.
Well, I would hope not, since you said they're all young.
So then the thing about it.
What?
But then
yeah, that's what I've been trying to do this whole time.
I was over there like this.
If
no, sometimes the reason, the reason it seems like I'm interrupting you, Chris, is because I wait for you to start speaking and then I talk. That's the only reason.
Oh, is that what
it
is?
Feels like? Yeah.
Ah.
Just want to get that cleared up.
Yeah, I have some oceanfront property in Arizona for sale.
I'll talk to you about that after the show. I'm interested. If we had school vouchers, you could literally get together with 5 kids that is the same, roughly the same age as your kid, and pay a teacher $100,000 a year to teach just your 5 kids.
Yep.
Explain why we wouldn't use vouchers.
Sorry.
You cut out the whole middle ground. You can pay that teacher, or you can pay him $80,000. So then she has $20,000 left over to take your kid to the zoo, or to put him in a basketball course, or whatever in this, during the summer, or whatever other extracurriculars.
And there's these like groups. So you get other kids, like, so there's like in California, where some of my
same thing.
Nieces and nephews are they have it's super kinky. No.
It's a key party.
They team up with like these other parents, and then they go to each other's houses. So, like one day they'll be at this guy's house, the next day it'll be there, and then like each parent takes turns teaching.
Yeah,
and so they know exactly what their kids are consuming and what they're being taught, and they get to add lessons in if it's a little bit shallow, because they still have to pass a certain standard test.
Yeah, the state still has tests for homeschooled kids. Which is they just have to pass the same standard test that all kids do.
Crap.
The whatever it. I don't remember what I think the WASL was the last one we had in Washington is what it was called. I don't know what it's called now.
Yeah.
But those every year.
I
all
never
the public school kids
studied
take
for a
those tests.
single standardized test in my life, and I never made under 90%.
Same.
And I never graduated junior high, so.
Yeah, I had kids in my class that graduated high school with like a 2.6 GPA or something.
What you're talking about, Alan, is called a co-op, at least around here.
Co-op, okay, yeah, I didn't know. I forget the name of it, but yeah, they just kind of hang out.
And that's basically exactly what I'm describing, except you don't even have to do the teaching yourself. So in that co-op situation, they all take turns, so that way there's not too much workload on any given parent, but they're all, they're all spreading that work
community.
out. No, it does.
Those
absolutely.
kids are all tight.
But you can even skip that step and go straight to just hiring a teacher directly if you don't have the time at all, which you should, but that's beside the point. Yeah.
All right, how much we got left of this lying ass?
What does this guy have to say?
So all I'm trying to say is that we've got to recognize that problem, and we've got to take steps as a country, working people of all stripes, of all beliefs, to take power back from those billionaires and bring it into our communities to the things that you and I are talking about.
All right, guys, that's time.
Billionaires don't get their money anymore?
It's true.
Let's see what he says
I think
here.
they said that I'm the first ever candidate to do the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah. Maybe we'll make it to everybody's comfortable.
I believe that.
Yeah.
So
Did you notice that the people clapping were all the people you said were plants?
Yeah.
The only people clapping during that were at least the ones that I saw, because there were only some clapping, and the ones that I saw were all the ones that you were like, plant.
James will now choose an undecided voter to debate for 10 minutes on a claim of their choosing.
Okay. This is new, isn't it? I don't remember them doing this before.
I'd like to invite Chris to back up.
Maybe I just don't make it that far.
Like 4 topics and then one from the plant.
Oh
My claim is no matter how much gun violence happens within the state of Texas.
No matter how much gun violence happens within the state of Texas, there will never be a gun ban or gun
Well, that claim is pretty gut-wrenching. given that we've had 5 of the deadliest mass shootings in American history right here in Texas. One, still
and the
to
last
this day as a former public school teacher.
The last
and
one
that's-
was Rhode Island, where they have every gun control law you could possibly imagine. The most per year, always California, where they have every gun control provision you could ever imagine. All of the states with gun control still have mass shootings, generally more.
Yeah, like California.
Oh, that's because the red states exist.
What?
And because they exist, it's
It
not
says there
real.
was 59 mass shootings in 2023 in Texas.
Yeah, that's by the Gun Violence Archive, which means there were 59 shootings. That doesn't they literally, and they say this on their website, but people still cite it anyway. They don't consider what the purpose of the shooting was. So it doesn't matter if it's gang violence, it doesn't matter if it's a robbery, it doesn't matter if it's domestic violence. They still count it as a mass shooting if I think
Do
4
they still
people are
count
injured.
mass shooting. Right.
Yeah, mass shootings.
Because I was going to say, when they say gun violence a lot, they include suicide. So
Yeah, in gun violence and in the gun deaths, they include suicide, which is about 50%. So anytime you read
So if
gun
you take
deaths,
away
take 50%
what
away.
the GVA decided was a mass shooting,
Yeah,
there was the 1966 University Texas Tower shooting, 1991 Luby's Cafeteria Massacre, 2009 Fort Hood shooting, 2017 Sutherland Springs Church shooting,
4,
2019 El Paso Walmart shooting,
5,
2022
Oh, did you see the cop get that
Uvalde, 2023 Allen Mall shooting. So there's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's
7.
I was literally
of-
counting that whole time.
And GVA claims there's been 59 in just 2020.
Let's clarify. That's 7 in the last 80 years.
Yeah.
That's
Look
less
up
than one every 10
the
years.
mass shooting at the Walmart where the cop goes in for him. Like you can hear, it's such a cool video because you can hear the cop getting himself ready, that adrenaline hit, and he goes in and takes the guy out, lines up a clean shot. He's sitting there talking to
that's like
a mom about like the seatbelt, and he's like, "Yeah, just make sure you keep your seatbelt on. It's so important." And then he hears the shooting, and just
That's like
that's
the
a
one,
hero, dude.
That's like those cops from the trans shooter at the Christian school up not Wisconsin, whatever state that
Tennessee.
was. Where they finally run right in and don't wait. And yeah, I mean they're just straight to
got
it.
him.
It's like
Pops around the corner,
it's
2
like
shots.
this.
That was the end.
What are you doing?
Yeah, but not with a freaking AK because we're Americans.
Yeah, and kind of like manly too, not so effeminate.
Yeah.
But
guns are guns, okay? Guns don't have nationality.
Yeah, more masculine. I
As I
guess,
say with
isn't
my
it?
Romanian AK.
Yeah.
That's even worse. It's not even Russian. It's not even
Right?
actual communist.
What in the world is going on?
What is their excuse for making
Well, this was
such
actually
cheap
made by
garbage if they're not
Chiapa
communist?
USA, actually. So it is
Oh,
American.
No. It's imported by, not made by.
Yeah,
Big
get your
difference.
face right.
It says right here, Chiapa
Imported.
USA.
So the way it
Romania
works,
Nova.
the way it works,
It's
just
USA,
literally for a
Ukraine.
second. The way that they have to do it is they import the guns in an inoperable way, and then they have to do like one step so that they manufacture it here because you can't import guns anymore for whatever reason and sell them. So the Century AKs, they're imported from Romania. They like drill a hole in the firing block or whatever.
Mhm.
Or
I
not the
love
firing
drilling
block,
holes.
The trigger
Yeah, you
mechanism,
do.
put the last pin in it, and then call it an AK.
Yeah, I love putting a pin in it. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny
Yeah.
that he would
So
identify with
anyways,
describing
this
it
guy's
as a pin.
liar. Mass shootings don't even happen.
Well, okay,
That's a bold statement.
that is a bold statement. I don't know about never. I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you one
They
fact that
changed
you
the
can
definition.
say.
It used to be 10 people or more. Then they were like
It was
5
4
people
or more killed.
Then they said it has to be 4 people or more to be a mass shooting.
Well, it was
I
4
think
or
a
more
mass
killed and
shooting
then
should
3.
involve 100 people or more. That's a mass amount of people.
For me, it's not about how many are killed.
Get
It's
after it,
about
Austin.
the motivation of the shooting. Did they do it in a public place with the intent of either they're just killing the most amount of people or for a political purpose or whatever, right? That would be a mass
Intent
shooting.
doesn't matter. It matters how many people died.
Yeah, get that
shooter in history. So
mass bomber.
Yeah, he was a bomber, not a shooter.
Do you not shoot a bomb into the ground?
You're really stretching
You're
that
learning
definition.
pedantics.
I love
You must have
stretching
studied
things
under
out.
Chris's pedantic school.
I feel like Austin did some drugs before we started this
Maybe
time.
too late at night for this show.
Whoa, we're saying shooting. Actually, you drop a bomb, you lying sack. But anyway.
Well, technically these days you fire it, but
no, you drop a bomb, dude.
I dropped Joe Biden off in the White House and then wiped my Kamala Harris.
What? Where's the sad trombone? Where is it?
What, you never heard that joke before?
No, I definitely haven't. I don't think I heard the whole thing anyway. One thing that you can say for true though is all of those mass shootings stopped by a gun.
True.
For true. Yes. I didn't stutter. I know what I said. All right.
The massacre in Uvalde, Texas.
I've been thinking.
In Robb Elementary, when we lost 19 babies and 2 teachers.
Hold that thought.
Here's where I'll disagree with you.
19 babies.
I saw those parents from Uvalde. I saw them make the 160
Uvalde was
mile
as bad as
drive
it was because
from
the
Uvalde
cops
to the state
stood
capitol
around
multiple
and
times
waited while he killed
during that
everybody.
legislative session, demanding,
Mhm.
begging for basic common sense
There's a
gun
skinhead.
safety. That they believe in the Second Amendment, just like I do. But they knew that there needed to be some kind of regulation
believe in this?
to keep
Shut up.
everyone safe and protect everybody's freedoms, including
They
the
literally
freedom of
said
those
the
19
opposite.
babies to live
They literally
and
said
fulfill their
government
potential.
should not and
What I saw
cannot
them do
regulate
just
guns.
over the course of one legislative session is move the needle on a common sense bill to raise the age to buy those kind of weapons from 18 to 21. The murderer in Uvalde
Are you an adult
turned
at
18 the day
18
before
or
and
not?
committed
Because
that
if you're an
horrific
adult,
massacre.
you have your
There
rights,
was no
period.
Republican
There's nothing you can do
support for
about
that
it.
bill. They had all the Democratic support.
You're not an adult till
But they
30.
If you
worked
want to do these things,
relentlessly.
you have
They
to
met with
repeal
Republican lawmakers,
the Second Amendment.
And they actually got 2
Oh, that
Republicans to
reminds me.
switch their votes on the committee and get it passed out of committee.
Let me figure
That's
out where
the first
that
step in getting something to the floor.
was.
It didn't ultimately pass, hasn't passed yet, but there was progress toward a real solution that could save lives in the future. 2 of those Republicans decided to change their votes because of those conversations with the families in Uvalde. One of them
That's such a
sacrificed
cheat.
his seat in the next Republican
There's a
primary
reason
to
we
do the
don't
right
let
thing by
victims
those kids
choose
and by those
punishment.
men.
Oh, shut up.
But I do think that we can get common sense gun safety regulations
You
in
can see
Texas
us talking
still
to him.
honor
He's
the Second
repeated
Amendment,
them
and hopefully
over
prevent
and
those kind of
over and
massacres from happening
over.
in the future.
So my question is, what are you doing? I'm following your campaign, and I'm not really seeing anything on what you're doing to prevent gun violence in the future. I'm not saying ban guns or anything along those lines.
Sure.
Of course, I want reform. I want the legal age
Yep.
I'm not saying ban
to be
guns,
raised
just
from
take
18
them
to
all.
21.
From
I myself
conservatives,
have
take
a
them all from
9.
conservatives.
So I think I want to hear what you're doing.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah, I appreciate that because when I'm
She's a plant,
at these
100%.
events all over the state, this is a question I get asked often, and I'm talking about gun safety a lot because it's on people's minds. And again, just like I've said many times in this debate, you shouldn't really take what I'm saying in this conversation. You should take a look at what I've done. I have a 100% pro-gun safety voting record in the state legislature. And if I'm elected as U.S. Senator, I'm going to fight for things like universal background checks. I'm going to fight for red flag laws. I'm going to fight to close the gun show loophole. The vast majority of Texans and Americans want these common sense gun safety rules put in place so they can save people's lives.
Why haven't you already started doing that? Why?
Oh, I have. I've introduced a lot of gun safety bills myself. I have voted for every gun safety piece of legislation that came before me. Unfortunately, there weren't enough gun safety advocates serving in the legislature.
I find it challenging to believe that there will be any change. It's only a matter of
think she
time
finds
before there's
everything
another
fair.
quality shooting within Texas, and it's a
Yeah,
matter
like
of
walking upstairs.
I don't want to ban guns at all. I don't want to take away people's rights,
Putting
but
the
it's a
fork
matter
down.
of when are we going to start putting these processes in place, again, background checks, again, raising the age limit, your mind is
Figuring out
fully
which
developed
cake she
at
wants to
18.
eat.
So I would say that the biggest obstacle that's preventing us from making progress and saving lives is the influence of big money on this issue. The NRA has a stranglehold on too many politicians at the federal level, but also at the state and local level. And they use that big money to prevent all of us from passing things that most Texans want, that most Americans want. The reason we can't because the NRA has bought too many politicians. It's why I'm not taking a dime of corporate PAC money in this campaign. It's why I'm not taking money from the NRA. It's why I'm not taking money from APAC. I think the number of PACs that control politicians in this country is appalling. And it's why we can't seem to move forward on these issues where most of us agree.
That's interesting. I appreciate that perspective. But again,
Yeah,
I think
people
I'm
believe
not
you
sure
to
that,
have
yes,
a
of course,
name.
the NRA does play a big role with politicians and things like that, but I think it goes back to, again, ideology. I value my home. I value, my life. That's why I carry a gun with me. I live in South Dallas, and I can't go on a walk like every day by myself. So of course I'm gonna take my 9 with me just in case. And I don't think it ties back to NRA. I think it ties back to ideology.
But here's where I'll disagree, though. It can't be about ideology when everybody in the state agrees on the vast majority of Texans want these policies in place. So to me, they don't. Then I ask the question.
No, they say common sense, but we know they have no common sense in the Democratic Party. So
the only
it
answer
can really
I
mean
come back
anything.
to is the influence of big
That's
money
why
like the NRA
common sense,
in our
right?
political
Because it's
system,
non-specific
the way they can
to
tie politicians and the way those politicians
whatever
have been
we say it
beholden
means
to those groups, so they're less responsive to our needs and more responsive to their billionaire mega donors.
All right, guys, that's time. Please return to your
We
seats.
ended on billionaire mega donors. All right, we did it. We actually made it.
We have to
all the way
listen
through.
to everything.
But it was a good, healthy reminder.
Yeah,
This
let's
isn't
hear
a
this.
bad guy. This guy genuinely wants what's good. And he thinks this is the best way to go about it. And I love Surrounded, the episodes that accentuate that and remind us of that.
I mean, politicians are good at saying what you want to hear, but there were some things that I like that he's done.
Voter education
That was
needs to
the
happen a
nicest
lot
thing
more.
she could
It
say.
needs to be less a form of, I don't know how to say this nicely, indoctrination through media and social media. I think it needs to be
You don't
more
have to be nice, brother.
of presenting of the facts.
Do you think you're absolutely not going to?
100%. And it's
That guy will,
it's
that
nothing
kid will be
against
based
James.
in
It's
2
really
years.
not. It's just two things. One, I don't see a vision that changes the system fundamentally. And two, I don't see that much of a difference. I'm civilly engaged. I'm going to do it in other
Hell
ways
yeah.
other than voting. I'm wasting my time. It's 1 hour to go vote against a bunch of sheep zombies who are controlled by advertisements, and not even good advertisements, really shitty, non-nuanced arguments.
Being honest, I definitely use myself voting. And a lot of honesty, hearing James talk, there was a lot of things that he said that I thought was great. I think on a fundamental level, we agree on a lot of things, but I think there was a lot of political talk in terms of things that he was saying and the kind of dancing around conversations rather than just talking about the root cause of, hey, this is something that I am going to push forward.
His
I do understand that he is one
donor
person
was
and he is not an entire body. It
Miriam
has swayed me in
Alderson,
terms
who is a
of who I'm
billionaire.
going to be voting for and specific things.
Are you telling me that James Talarico takes money from billionaires?
Do you think that
Oh
can
man,
That's what we learned.
only the billionaires that want to help.
That's what we learned in this whole thing. James Talarico takes money from billionaires.
Uh-oh.
What the hell is that noise?
I can't hear you anymore.
That was
What?
weird. Austin can't hear us, so we can. I guess it's talk shit about Austin minute.
I have no idea.
This is my favorite segment of the show.
It just decided to switch all of my inputs and outputs for a second. But I got to figure it out.
All right. Well, we
He
were
took
gonna
$59,000 from Miriam Alderson.
do the talk crap about Austin segment, but I guess we won't since you can hear again.
Yeah, I'm here today.
Dude,
Yeah, that's what I'm
thinking
saying.
about
James
making
Talarico,
a fire in the woods
billionaire.
tomorrow and having that as my backlight, and just hanging out in the woods tomorrow. If you guys want
No
to
chance
see me
that'll
hang
go
out in
wrong.
the woods in 25-degree weather, subscribe.
What's the closest
You gotta
airport to you?
subscribe. Wilmington. Well, you could do Myrtle Beach too, but
Ooh, I have a shirt from, what'd you say? Myrtle Beach? I have a shirt from my high
Oh, you
school
been to Myrtle
girlfriend
Beach?
has family that lives there.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
And there was something I was about to look up, but whatever. So I have an article from the LA Times, letters to the editor. The Second Amendment is just fine. We're just interpreting it incorrectly. How do you think they interpret it? Pro or anti-Second Amendment? Or pro or anti-gun would probably be a better way to say it.
Probably not good, whatever they're doing.
I'm willing to bet. So I've only read the headline on this. I have not read the article. I just know it's LA Times, so it's not going to be good. I bet it's about a well-regulated militia. I bet that's the only phrase they are going to talk about.
Safety. Let's see. It's only $1,100 to do a round-trip flight to Wilmington and back.
Only? That's a lot. Well, that's because you're going to Wilmington, which isn't a big city. If you go big city to big city, it's way cheaper. And then just, drive your last little bit or whatever.
Were you guys talking about coming out and hanging out in the woods and doing a podcast?
There was a, There was a guy on one of those posts on X. You know how the communists are always about the trains, right? And he was talking about how great the trains were in Europe. And he was telling, he said, you can take this train ride from here to here for $250. You're there in 2 hours or whatever. And I looked it up because it was in kilometers and nobody knows how far that is. So I looked it up. It was like 120 miles, $250 to go 120 miles. And it took 2 hours. Which would mean the train only went 60 miles an hour, but it supposedly went 300. And so I looked it up and I was like, dude, $250. I can take a flight from Seattle to San Diego for $60 and be there in an hour. And that's 1,800 miles away. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, we need trains. Don't you want to pay more?
Yeah.
For a slower ride?
Gotta keep running trains on your mom.
Oh!
Here, I'll do it for you since you're busy.
You know what, Austin? Screw you. Screw you, Austin. You know why? Because it's we run trains on his mom.
Anyways. Oh, if I fly Delta, I can get it for $419 round trip. He figured out how to use the soundboard.
Yeah, you did.
Are you going to come pick me up from the airport or do you need an Uber?
What, you think he's going to pick you up?
Do you have a driver's license, Alan?
Do you have a driver's license?
Yeah, I do.
What time does this flight leave?
Do you have your helicopter license,
Let's
Alan?
see. Oh, not bad.
How about a pilot's license?
Yeah.
Can you operate a submarine?
Based?
I'm in Oklahoma.
Yeah, you can come, dude. You're absolutely welcome, but you got to sleep outside. So bring a sleeping
Oh, there you
bag.
go. You guys can look at my nice photo of inside a
I mean, that's really not
F-114.
bad, though. $419?
No, actually, when
No,
I
that's
visit
not
my
bad.
brother, round trip, it's 700 total.
What's the
But he lives
nearest?
in Kansas,
What's the nearest large city to you?
Wilmington.
That's the largest city near you?
Yep.
Are we planning a podcast meetup?
That would be
But
fun.
why are we meeting at Allen? Why don't we meet in Oklahoma?
What
in the
is
middle?
the
Yeah,
next
that'd be better.
like what is the largest like how far away is a larger city than Wilmington? Just out of curiosity.
Charlotte is 3 hours away.
I can get a flight for $146. 3 hours is a little much.
How much would it
How
cost
is
to
it
go to Oklahoma?
I can go
That's
from
the question.
Seattle to Wilmington for 146, but it's 450 for you from Wilmington, which is 50% of the way there. All right, I
That's
lied.
insane. Way far. Jacksonville just sucks to get to for some reason. Every time I've had to go up there, it's just forever. It takes forever.
Let's see what happens if I add in nearby airports. Flexible dates. January to December.
Let's see what happens if I choose next weekend.
Apply. So I'll take any time this year. And I went with any airport. Let's see what it says. Why do you keep sending me to a calendar?
Uh-oh.
Well, it's actually more expensive next week.
Is it?
I have to go this week.
It just keeps sending me to a calendar. All right, whatever.
You guys are having a hard time, huh?
Always hard.
It says, oh, it's supposed to be showing me prices, but it isn't.
Hard, huh?
Okay.
I get one. I pass out.
$179 in February if I go on the 3rd. $166 in March. We're getting cheaper. Wow, Austin, you're getting screwed.
Yeah, usually. It's only a 20-hour drive.
At least somebody is.
Too bad.
I don't drive through.
There's the woods.
Sucks.
Oh, it's only 20 hours, huh? Just the 20?
Can you see my woods?
No, I want to see your wood.
Yeah, I preferably don't want to see your wood, Alan.
Can you guys see my woods?
Those are, you know, that is some nice wood. That is some sturdy,
dang it,
solid,
if I drove
girthy
straight to
wood.
North Carolina, I would miss my sister's town.
You make sure you fly
I would
right
drive
over
through
that.
Atlanta, though. Never. They don't live in Oklahoma.
Right down there,
only
boys.
20-hour drive, 1,266
I have an interesting
miles.
list here of tactics shared by
Ah,
Antifa.
fuck, you scared me,
And
Brendel.
it's
Come on.
like all of them.
Calculator.
How'd you get out, Brendel? Come on,
So,
Brendel.
This guy says, Beautiful Trouble is a toolbox of tactics from Antifa. If you want to understand what's happening in Minnesota, you must know these. Everything the left of us does is theatrical, operational, and targeted. And then there's a whole list. You guys can read them. I don't need to read through all of them. Talking to the people that are more interested in what flight you're getting on, Austin. All the different tactics that they have listed here. And we've seen pretty much all of them at one point or another. Advanced flood disobedience, whatever that means. Distributed action. DDoS attacks. Divestment, we've seen them trying to do that with Israel. Occupation. Media jacking.
So I can be there by about 7:30 tomorrow.
You gonna have breakfast ready?
He's muted. Breakfast.
I want to know what inflatable.
7:30 p.m.
I walked out to
steak dinner
show the woods, and then my dog got out.
What? Your dog wanted outside?
No, she. I didn't close the door all the way, and she nuzzled her way out.
Here is some parenting advice for all you parents out there.
I just scheduled an
I'm not
appointment
parent,
to
I'll
take
ignore
my
it.
son, my 12-year-old, to go get a
Wasn't for you.
government-issued ID. He's not driving, he's not working, he's 12. He goes to middle school, he goes to sports, he hangs out with his friends. That's pretty much all he does. So why the hell does he need a government-issued ID? Because he doesn't look white. Because he's not white. He's Native American and Hispanic, just like his dad and I are. And he has black curly hair and big bushy eyebrows, and he's tan, and he doesn't look white. And ICE is now showing up outside of schools and waiting for kids to be dismissed, and they have been given authority to detain
they actually
people
aren't.
based solely on how they look. And
No, they
my
actually
son
haven't.
doesn't look white. So he needs a government issued ID, and that's where we're at this point. So I don't know. Are we great again yet?
Mm-hmm.
So, are you guys going to get your 12-year-olds government issued IDs so that ICE doesn't swoop them up and put them into Joe Biden's, scrubbing Joe Biden's toilets?
You know what that is? That's the left-wing equivalent of when people didn't want to do the vaccine because they said it's going to put tracking devices in their body. That's what that is.
It kind of is, but here's the thing. So, like, we mock it, we make fun of it, and we rightly should, right? Because it's not only insane, it is damaging to those poor kids because their parents are idiots, and they're just instilling this unnecessary fear into them. But it's actually happening. These leftists are actually doing this. They actually believe this garbage.
Oh,
and
right.
that is dangerous as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because what would you, just think of it this way. Everybody listening, what would you do if the military actually was in the streets demanding ID everywhere you went? You would fight them to the death, would you not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, they said the not white thing. I think black people are out there going
back on the screen.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic that they all the white people are more worried about themselves. The ICE will leave black people alone. There's no mention of black people at all in any of this. Usually black is the go-to for the victim group. But black people they don't have to worry because they're very clearly not Mexican.
Mm-hmm. Because he's not white.
In 2022, 45% of high schoolers polled said they were taught that America is built on stolen land, and another 22% had heard it from at least one adult at school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear things from adults all the time at school.
Do you?
And then the black people that say they built America, it's like, oh, you built America on stolen land? You were just as part of the problem as anybody.
Mm-hmm. Stolen from my ancestors.
The fact there's not more outrage about this right here.
I'll fight you for it. In fact, get that freaking plane
What are we
ticket.
looking at right now?
Come on. Get that plane ticket.
These are
Come
high school
on,
students.
and we'll square it up like men. All right?
You couldn't even spell square if I gave you 5 letters.
S-C...
6 letters, dumbass.
I didn't even give you the letters yet.
Oh!
It's 6 letters, by the way.
Oh, you got me.
I was talking to Alan, not you.
The OklaHOman. If I gave you 5 letters, then the North Carolinian's trying to spell it, doesn't even know what the letters are. God
That's
damn.
what my sergeant best friend at the prison used to tell me.
I got to get some people on this show that
If someone said
graduated high
something
school.
outrageous, he'd be like, you couldn't spell that if I gave you 7 letters or 3 letters, whatever.
Point that out.
Why'd you get so quiet, Chris? Is he quiet for you too, Alan?
Well, yeah, he's pretty gay over there. I don't know.
Is this quiet enough? There's nothing worse than somebody whispering.
Oh, he's trying to launch his ASMR career.
Hey guys, so today we're doing.
Oh, just gives me the piss shivers, dude. Ugh. No.
All right.
Now go get 2 ice cubes out of the freezer.
Oh gosh.
I just creeped myself out. No, so what I'm talking about is the high schoolers that are doing these, the leftists are using as cannon fodder basically to do these protests. The fact that every parent, I don't care if you're on the right or left, is not, kicking in the doors of the schools to smack the administration upside of the head with a tuna is.
And also, I haven't even heard of them going after kids. Like, that's the thing they keep saying. I have not heard that. I know that they will gather kids if they're with the parent.
No, they
but I have
literally.
not heard about them targeting children. It's just this fun paranoia.
They haven't gone after one. There was one story about ICE deporting a child that was a U.S. citizen, and the reason that took place was because the mom and dad were illegals, and they took their child home with them. The child still could have stayed
families
here.
Together, we don't separate families.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Austin, we can see the porn you're looking at in your reflection here, just FYI.
We can
on the screen, and we can see that black dude's cock, like clear as day on this picture behind you.
Oh my gosh, dude. And also the quick hand movements and the shoulder, that's really giving it away, bro.
Yeah, it's the whatever photo is framed behind you, it's reflecting your computer screen, just be aware.
That's the Pledge of Allegiance of America.
Well, take the glass out of it.
It's reflecting it. Yeah, it's reflecting it, and it looks big and gay, dude.
It looks big and gay.
Hey.
That's the name of the nightclub I'm opening up.
Oh, okay. Got a couple twigs. I got you. Put your twigs up. You know, Austin, I just remind you know you remind me of? Wendigoon.
Who's that?
He's a guy, he's a YouTuber. He's got like 8 million followers.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not me. My high school baseball coach used to say I look like the guy from what's that sitcom called?
Oh, the Goonies. The guy that's held in the back and he comes out of the back. That guy?
Oh man. Why did I even bring it up? Can't remember.
Yeah.
What is it called? Anyways,
we're seeing
what you're saying, I'll look it up.
You guys, what
we're seeing in Iran right now is true.
God damn it, of a cute-faced woman. Oh God, I said that. Look at the face. that was my bad, but I thought it was kind of funny.
What we're seeing in Iran right now is true feminism. So then why is it that the feminists of the West are completely silent? The women who spent years telling us to believe all women, who walked around in their stupid Handmaid's Tales costumes claiming that their rights were going to be...
Whatever.
Have you never heard of Seinfeld?
1989.
Oh God.
What?
He really is Gen Z, isn't he?
Yeah, fuck you guys. Oh, sorry, I said a bad word again.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's that Seinfeld guy.
I get a lot because I'm from Oklahoma. People say I look like Blake Shelton.
That's like saying you've never heard of Friends.
Yeah, I've heard of Friends. Specifically this photo. Hold on.
Seinfeld was bigger than Friends.
Okay, I never saw it because I'm not gay.
Okay, Chris, check your X messages. That's just Wendigoon. He's a huge YouTuber.
I don't read messages from X's.
Let's see. Share screen. This one.
Check your messages on X real quick. Just so
it's like this version of Blake Shelton.
He needs to use me to insult you, apparently.
I'm not insulting him. He does look like him. He's also from Oklahoma. That's the guy from Wendigoon. He's like 8 million subscriber. He talks about angels and you look 100%.
What is this conspiracy? I see Nazis. I see Illuminati or Freemasons.
Look at my screen. This is the guy I actually
the
look
Taliban.
Like.
Does he not look like him?
I'll give you a soda.
This guy that I'm showing or the guy that Alan brought up?
Let's see what...
Well, we were still looking at the guy Alan brought up. There you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's you. Dead on. Dead ringer.
Shit.
This guy's from Ava, Oklahoma. Is it Ava? I just remember that I'm still showing my screen here, but...
You don't think you look like that other guy?
Called? Whoa, you guys.
You kind of sound like him too. You guys have the same accent.
Yeah, Blake Shelton, man.
No.
People, I get constantly asked if I'm related to Blake Shelton.
Okay, so the people that you make.
Let's see.
Austin, you do know your screen's still
What?
on, right?
Hmm?
You do know your screen is still on, right?
Yeah.
your screen
I
quality
zoomed out really
shit,
quick
dude.
so no one saw where I live.
I just want to make sure there wasn't a dot over your
There's
house.
Macomb. No, definitely not. See, here's Thunder.
I don't even know. Skid Tools. Wife and Wife Ranch.
Ava, right?
Lexington Wildlife Management Area.
Alva?
So do we recognize that the left went from pretending Antifa doesn't exist to saying Antifa is the only solution?
Yeah, that is a very
Ada,
good.
it's called
call.
Ada, Oklahoma. That's where Blake Shelton's from.
Oh,
That looks like a gerrymandered district.
And see.
Yeah, you don't
Ada's
like
right
anything like
here,
him, by the
and
way.
here's
So
the
feel better.
city.
How do you
That's
find
Oklahoma.
anything in
Rest assured,
Oklahoma?
buddy.
That just looks like a big mess. Everything's the
Well,
same.
it's like a big mess.
See, in Washington,
Yeah,
because we
man.
have mountain ranges and stuff,
Look at
there's like
Oklahoma
a
City.
huge
Look at the expanse of
variation in
Oklahoma
land.
City. It's like 10 square miles.
Whoa.
Yeah, you need to feel safe that you don't look like that guy.
Yeah, so anyways, this is not me, guys. I am not a country music artist.
That's good. We were concerned. I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah, I've been worried about you, bud. Been worried about you.
God's Country. That was a good song.
North Carolina.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Blake Shelton also has a song called Austin.
Ah ha ha ha. Like Austin, Texas.
It's a grand conspiracy. Am I still sure?
Yeah, that you made up. Yeah, you are.
Okay. Seattle.
Right.
Yeah, see,
Is
so
that where the big pointy thing is?
this is just, that's the Space Needle right there. Yeah, it's right on.
Oh, the
downtown.
Space Needle. Why they call it that?
Does that really need an
they're gonna
explanation?
bang the aliens when
Isn't
they come.
Magnolia a flower?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the circle at the top.
Oh,
It's
Not
super
same
cool.
same
That-
sort of thing.
you know.
I only
But
ate there
what if-
once when my
I've never actually
when my
been
grandpa was
to
dying. He paid
the
for all of
Devon
us.
Tower.
There you go. There's the Space Needle. Looks like a UFO.
You can see the
on a
Devon Tower
stand.
like really far away, you know, because the Oklahoma is so flat.
It is super
I think I
flat.
was like an hour and a half out of the city, and I got on top of a slightly elevated hill, and I could
Mhm.
see the Devon Tower from there.
I know. That's why people are
How many
tall
times
from
have you been there,
Oklahoma.
Chris?
They can see.
What, the Space
Free
Needle?
Space Needle photos.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. How many times have I been to the Space Needle? I don't know, probably 10.
Mhm.
I've only ate at the restaurant
You've
once,
really
but
been there
there's
that many times?
You ate at the restaurant? What'd you
I
get?
ate it, and you can go there. You know, it's $20 or whatever.
That's a
That's
lot.
it? It's probably 30 now because of inflation. But
Here, the
Mhm.
this area right here, that's the visitor center. There's a lookout deck and all of that, and then this is the
If you,
restaurant.
you see that bottom rung there, that's where you can go and you pay $5 to throw stuff at homeless people.
I actually don't know what this is. I have never. I don't think I've ever been in this part.
that's the top secret government portion.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
find out. What is the
Like, you ever been to a
is
hospital
in
and
the-
it says like floor 1, 2, and then it skips 4, 5, and 6, and then
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. You're like, what happens on 4, 5, and 6?
And by the way, as
Yeah.
far as what I ate at the restaurant, I don't have any clue. It was a long time ago. When my grandpa was dying, he
Did you
took the
think
whole
we were
family
going to
there.
ask you what you ate at the restaurant? What
It's
a
a-
traitor in this shit.
It's a
What a
banquet
traitor.
facility, so you can rent this area.
How much?
I don't know why they put it so
We
low
have to
at the
host a
bottom.
podcast there.
Yeah, let's see. Renting.
Dude, that's when we
the
come out to visit
Space
you tomorrow, dude.
Needle
We're going to go to the
banquet.
Space Needle. You going to take us to the Space Needle?
Sure, I'll take you to the Space Needle.
Sweet.
Circles the whole time you're eating, so you get to see the whole 360 view.
Of homeless people?
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. You can. Oh,
Yeah, you get to see the piss
you're pulling
all
look,
over the
son,
city.
You start
there's a
here,
homeless-
and then you're going around, and you come back, and you're like, "Oh, that
So
homeless person
what
found something
happens
great."
is you start at a healthy, successful life, and you go around the circle into addiction, and then
remember it. It's everything gets worse, but then you die.
there's
Oh,
no
yeah. Right after you pay your taxes.
there's no there's no pricing. It's all just call us to find out. Offer.
Looks like that's where we're going, Austin. Take it in.
All right, let's ask Grok, because this one's not answering me. About
What do you
how does it cost to rent the Space Needle banquet room? I want to see what it looks like.
Wow, the Dow was down 17.17%.
So
Things are
the
getting
partial
desperate.
room rental is $5,000 to $10,000 range. Full skyline
Oh, yeah.
rental up top is $12,500 to $16,500.
Oh, before food and beverage? That's
Substantial
bullshit.
food and beverage
Wow.
minimums. Catering is handled through their preferred providers only. Service
Oh, yeah.
charges are 18 to 20% per guest. Total cost for a wedding or large banquet, 50 to 200 guests, ends up in the $25,000 to $60,000 range.
Mm-mm.
Dude, I only spent like $12,000 on my wedding.
You spent $12,000?
I literally cannot
Yeah.
find a photo from this alleged banquet room. This is the layout. So
It
there's
doesn't exist.
There's 3 rooms: the Seattle room, the
Puget
Puget Sound room, and the
Sound.
Lake Union room. Puget Sound,
What's
you
a Puget?
genius. Sound is the big ass ocean in between.
No one knows.
Yeah, I
No one
know.
knows about that.
Never been to Washington.
I know.
Why
There you
would
go.
somebody voluntarily go to Washington? though? That's the
There's
question.
the pride and joy of Seattle, the music center.
Did your ancestors cross the Oregon Trail?
One side did. They had to have anyway, I assume. I don't know if they did it like during the main Oregon Trail time, but they had to have come from the East Coast. But my other family came after World War II, so they probably took a plane.
Yeah. My family
Has been here since
Yeah.
the beginning.
All of my great uncles ended up fighting against the Germans as Americans.
For the Germans.
American Germans.
I mean, against. I mean,
We had a
against.
lot of them they were murdering.
You guys want to
Because
know?
we know the
They were
Germans were the good guys.
Mine. I can't speak German very well.
I know how to say Mein Kampf.
The Space Needle. 3 elevators.
They're
How
pretty
tall
fast.
is it?
But you're watching the whole time, so like, you're in glass
You get to watch
elevator basically.
Do you
So
guys
watch-
call a bullet train in North America?
No.
No, we have cars.
There might be
Anyways.
some limited areas, New Jersey to New York, downtown in New York or something like that, where
Those people don't
a
matter.
small amount makes sense. But no, generally speaking, it doesn't make any sense at all. You take trains because you're forced to. That's
No,
it.
a bullet train can get you somewhere faster than an airplane can.
No, it can't.
It's
There
a
is
lie.
no instance of
That's
a
what
bullet
it
train going
said.
faster than
That's
an
what
airplane.
it said.
The
Planes
only
go
reason
550 miles an hour.
the only
No, they go
reason
700. But the thing is, the bullet.
crap because government makes us. The TSA has never stopped anybody. The only reason airports are frustrating to use is because the Democrats made it that way. We can just get rid of the
So-
TSA instead of putting in expensive, useless trains.
And apparently they're
Yeah,
like
trains are gay.
1/100th the price of airplanes. So
They're
So
like 10,
planes
they're like 10
typically
times
go
the price, but whatever.
530 to 580 miles an hour.
Mhm.
Let's see,
You're
the
full of
fastest bullet train, which is in Japan, goes
350.
199 miles an hour.
no, it goes 4,000 miles an hour.
So we've been trying to build.
Commercial service starting in 2026.
We've been trying to build just a slow commuter train from Tacoma. It was supposed to go from Tacoma to Everett. And so far they've only gotten from like downtown Seattle to it's called I forget what it's called. But they said it was going to cost $780 80-some million, just under $1 billion, and it was going to take 10 years. It's been like 25 years, and it's up to $2 billion now, and they still haven't finished 50% of it.
Hey, did you guys know there's a tunnel from England to France? It goes under the ocean.
Anyways,
there's a tunnel from England to France.
Boston for my birthday. Would you go with me, Alan?
Yeah, I would.
Boston?
Just do it. What are we doing in Boston?
Just gonna look at stuff, you know.
A lot of.
All right.
Benjamin Franklin is from Boston. That's why you're going to Boston.
Wait.
He's Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
He lived most of his life in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, for whatever reason, when I think of Benji, I think of Boston.
Yeah, he was born in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boston. I don't know if it was Boston specifically, but yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Making stuff
No, he was
up.
born in Boston, Massachusetts. Chris got me.
Oh my gosh. And he's supposed to be
not
your
enough
hero.
to push it, but I was pretty sure.
I gotta go see his birthplace.
You know what's funny? I don't know where Thomas
now
Jefferson
I'm definitely
was born.
going to Boston for my birthday.
What do you know, Austin? Do you know where Thomas Jefferson was born? Because I don't.
Let's see.
I think it would
Virginia.
be funny. Yeah, you might be right because he was diehard Virginia.
Yeah.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, because I don't know.
He was born on the
I was just
moon.
wondering if you knew,
Aw.
since Jefferson is who I like, and I knew where Franklin was.
Ask your co-pilot.
I will ask my co-pilot.
Searching, generating. Virginia.
Thomas Jefferson was born on the Shadwell plantation in Goochland County, Virginia. What the hell is Goochland?
Between my balls and
We're going down to Goochland. Welcome to Goochland, baby.
Welcome to Goochland, ladies. Stay well.
Yeah.
Stay a while.
Anyway, how long would it take me to drive to Boston?
Longer than you have, bud.
Google Maps.
You know, the fans are just dying to hear how long it's going to take you
Boston,
I've been waiting.
Massachusetts.
to fly to
Directions.
Boston. Or to drive to Boston. Whatever. I'll tell you how long it'll
Let's
take
see.
me. Hell of a lot longer.
I don't care how long it'll take you.
Wow.
Only 5 hours with no stops. Is that with stops or without? 1,689 miles.
I could fly to Boston for $117.
As low as
That's for you.
$82.
How?
Yeah, I probably would fly there. You would drive there, right? Alan, and then you
Flights
drive
from
around.
SeaTac are apparently cheap.
Oh, drive through Akron, Ohio? Dang. I don't think I would take this route. It takes me
Akron,
through
Ohio.
Ohio, through
You
Buffalo.
are such an uncultured swine. It's Akron.
Akron.
Yeah, you. Acorn? You're going to Acorn, Ohio.
I'm going to Akron.
I'm going to Akron.
You just got to use the excuse that it's your accent, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But they always do that.
If I take a train like Alan wants me to, it'll take 3 days. 2 days and 23 hours.
A bullet train.
To get to Boston.
Well, here's the thing about bullet trains, why I think they could be effective. They're a lot cheaper than airplanes. And it doesn't take...
They're not. They're more expensive.
Huh?
They're more expensive.
No, I'm talking about using them. Using
Is
them
more
after they get built.
expensive. Is more expensive. We talked
No, it's
about
not.
this earlier. Do you know how
No,
much
it's not.
a ticket is to go 120 miles in Europe on a bullet train?
How much?
Only $400.
We literally just talked about this earlier. $250. 120 miles.
negative
You could
12
drive that
emissions.
far for $20. Well, probably 30, but
I can avoid as much CO2 as 2,009 trees absorb in a day.
here,
Dude.
By taking whatever this flight is. Who is it? Southwest. Southwest
I
saves so
told
much.
you, bro. I told you, man.
I'm really thinking about going to Boston for my birthday, though.
hold on. Which major cities are connected by bullet
When's your
train?
birthday?
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, that's like in a month. I mean, that's in
Like
4
3
months.
4 months, yeah. If I fly Delta, it's only
So,
$20
where do you
more.
want to go? Where do you want to go in Europe, Alan? You can go Paris, London, Brussels, Amsterdam, Madrid, Barcelona, Milan, and Frankfurt, all on
We should
high-speed
all
rail.
go to Europe and
I'm
tell
getting you
everyone
in.
that we should all get our passports. We should all get our passports and go to Europe.
Passport. Actually, I think my mom
Are you
has my
paying?
passport.
Are you guys
Well,
paying for all
looky
this
here.
traveling? Just out of
We got
curiosity.
us a sophisticate.
All right,
No,
whatever. I'll
my
pick for you.
passport
Paris to
expires
London.
this year.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure when mine expires. I just got it recently, so it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
How long? Is it 5
One
years?
without a passport? Damn it.
Is it 5 years?
I got a passport when I graduated high school, which was about 10 years ago.
282 miles.
Did you ever
Okay.
leave the country?
I went to Mexico.
That's the only place you've been?
Yeah, I've been to Mexico and Puerto Rico, but you don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
It's the only times I've left the country officially
All right.
on the record.
So, Alan, Paris to London is 282 miles. The average ticket to go that distance is between $140 and $288. $140, you're only going 282 miles. Well, 213 if it's as the crow flies, but 282 driving.
And that's on the bullet train?
So that would be a 5-hour drive, roughly. Yeah, that's on the high-speed rail. HSR.
Did you realize they have an underwater thing that goes to, isn't that crazy? I just thought that was so cool.
I didn't know they had one in Europe. Underwater tunnel in Europe. I keep seeing one in China. I don't know if that's legit or not. I would never go in an underwater tunnel made by China.
Yeah, underwater tunnel from London to France.
The longest underwater tunnel connecting Germany and Denmark. Incredible long underwater tunnel connects 2 islands. Let's see. World's largest undersea tunnel to link 2 European hotspots. I was gonna say, I thought they were
7.4
building one,
billion
but I don't
euro
think
tunnel.
there is one. I'm looking
No,
here.
I think there is. Like between
European countries have. Okay, what European countries, you dick? No, this is the Germany
I said
Denmark
England
one.
and France, butthead.
All right.
Dang.
The underwater tunnel from England to France is called the Channel Tunnel. Okay.
Yeah.
The Channel Tunnel, sometimes referred to as Chunnel, is a 31-mile railway tunnel beneath the English Channel that connects Folkestone in the United Kingdom to northern France. Opened in '94. Wow. It remains the only fixed link between Great Britain and Europe mainland. No, I didn't know that, actually. I also...
Isn't that cool?
We were going to build one from Alaska to Russia, and I really wish we would do that. It was going to be a rail tunnel, but they were going to include a single road, by 2 lanes, one in each direction, for traffic as well. But that was going to make shipping a lot easier because now you can move stuff by freight. As well as it gives us a physical connection to Russia. I believe in free trade. I believe in free trade. I just believe in tariffs if somebody isn't trading
in
freely.
Charlotte, so you can just meet me there.
Yeah, you meet me there.
I want to go through the
Yeah,
tunnel.
however.
Can we go through the tunnel?
I actually want to travel by buckwagon.
Dude, can you
Or chuckwagon, sorry.
I want to travel by piggyback. Just carry me.
Apparently, they were planning this all the way back in 1802.
Dude, I'll give you $5 a mile.
$5 a mile.
That's about worth it.
Yeah, $5
Yeah,
a mile
it
is a lot, dude. When I used to get reimbursed for mileage, it was like 55 cents a mile. Granted, that was like 2014-ish. So it'd probably be closer to $1 a mile now. That was enough to profit.
Yeah, look at what's that picture you got up there?
So
Chris?
apparently they were planning this tunnel since 1802. This is a drawing from 1802 of the tunnel.
That is crazy.
Well, it would be crazier if they actually did it in 1802.
No, I mean, like, they were able to do it.
But really, though, like
What are we looking at?
$400 round trip, it's really not bad.
The
It's
lion
cheaper than
cannot
$1.
face the crowing of the cock.
The lion does not concern himself with the crowing of the cock.
Yeah, Game of Thrones switched that up a little bit.
There's the
What's
there's
that
the
thing?
drilling.
One of the Southern
That's a
Tunnel
drill.
boring machines.
Yeah, that's how they make
I
tunnels.
love being a boring machine.
You've never seen one of those before?
That's what they called Joe Biden, was a
There's
boring
their
machine.
there's their super advanced high-speed rail, Alan. Way better than airplanes. Museum.
You could do, Chris.
So this is how they advertise it here in America. This is at a museum. This isn't one of their actual trains.
Mm-hmm.
The actual
Why don't
trains
we
are the
just
ones
put
I
a
just showed.
12-valve Cummins in it with a turbo, and it'd be fine.
See, and it would be fine.
Coming.
Rather come in than stroke.
Then power stroke it.
You got to work on that. You got to really work.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
their
man.
new groundbreaking trains right there. That's next
Different idea.
generation. No, I think it's a maintenance or something.
Oh, okay.
A maintenance train for the tunnel.
Unslit. Eurotunnel.
All it shows is the entrance. You can't actually see in the tunnel besides the one drilling photo.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's one in China too. But
China.
considering people in
Hey,
China can like
China.
grab the concrete off the girders in their apartments, there's no way in hell I would drive through that.
Hell no.
It is it's a
Well, like,
traffic
for
one too,
real,
not
if I went to Boston,
train
would you
one.
come with me?
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go with you, dude. Like, I'll talk to you after the show about what I'm going through right now. But yeah.
About what I'm going through. It was just the way you said that. It was funny.
That was funny.
.8 kilometers. So is that 3 feet or 10 miles? Nobody knows. In South China's Guangdong.
It's like 2.3 miles, so. Cross sea.
You know, their infrastructure looks incredible. The problem is you can blow it over with a drone. It looks like a.
Starting to get tired.
It looks like a manta ray.
Yeah, it does. Bohai.
Bohai Strait Tunnel. Is that what it is? Yeah, right across there. Bohai Strait Tunnel.
And you
or
said the Bohai Gay Tunnel?
Dalian Yanti is proposed undersea tunnel construction project. I thought it existed. Does it not exist? It'd be 76 miles long. Yeah, that said it was only 23 kilometers, not 123.
Hey, you guys ready for some Lord's Prayer?
Yeah, you ready to get out of
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
well, we only
it's
did
time.
4 hours.
It's time for sure. All right. Austin, where can they find you?
MillerTalk.substack.com, MillerTalk_pod on X and Threads, Miller Talk everywhere else.
And OnlyFans, but you got to check the gay section, the men seeking men
Yeah,
section.
but my OnlyFans is under that one guy.
Or you can find him at Wendigoon.
My OnlyFans is under at First Ellen 2.
That'd be fine. I own his OnlyFam, his pimp. I'm like, what do you want Austin to do next? You can find me at First Ellen 2 on X.
American satirist.
American satirist.
Why do I have to do your pitch for you? All right, and you can find all of us on
Because we're
this
my
show.
friend.
JBU at USA, JBU.com if you want to send us an email directly, because that's the one that came out first. Anchor.fm/JBU. You can find all of the archive for the show, all of the audio format. You can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all of that good stuff. And we live stream to Rumble, X, YouTube, and Twitch currently. Sometimes TikTok, but check Miller Talk for that. Let's see. X.com/JBU_show. All right, Alan.
Here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. All right. With that, my name is Chris.
I'm Austin.
I'm Alan. I'm Alan.
And this has been Just Between Us.
Where's your salute?
Bye, 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 bye,
There
bye,
he
bye,
is.
bye, bye, bye. Wait, I can want to be a little bit louder.
Yeah.
This is only between us.
This is just between us.
This is between